Welcome. Hello. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. Don't mind my finger, but I have it bandaged up like this because I cut it pretty badly. And I have to apply some kind of pressure. So this is my own makeshift pressure before determining if I'm even going to get stitches or not. So, welcome. You might feel like that you make gains. You're working on your stuff. You're doing better and better, and then some kind of setback or a hiccup or annoyance or injury or accident or just frustrations or something not going specifically like your way and some kind of stuff, and then that can cause you to spiral your thoughts out of control, right? It can cause you to spiral your thoughts out of control and cause you to go into the energy, frequency, vibration of worry, fear, anxiety, right? Because even if it's controlled thoughts and it's like, oh, and even if it's true, the insights that you get, the intuition that you receive about certain kind of things, the way that you are managing it and the way that you are seeing it, right, is going to determine everything for you, right? So we are going to tap in, turn on, tune in to the energies of this Black new moon in Taurus that's coming up, right? So we got a lot of stuff to unpack, unload, to discover, uncover, to convey, to say, to enjoy here, right? So enjoy all the mana. This is going to be a long one. If it's too long for you, you can watch it in parts, but make sure to eat the whole. You know what I'm saying? So it's just cleansing the energy field from eyes that envy, from eyes that see. Even if you can show your hands or any part of your energy, there are energies sometimes that are just so, they're not happy within themselves or content within themselves that they covet, anything that you do and stuff like that. So we're just cleansing the field. A lot of people do return to sender, right? But I was having this major download of, I was in my own meditation and about return to sender and its origins, right? We'll talk about that more and stuff like that, but the origins of return to sender, sending it back into the nothing, that which it came from, right? So people keep on sending back to sender and they're directing it towards the person, party, right, that might be doing the, let's say, evil eyeing or spell work or things like that. But in truth, it's an other energy that is even more ancient than their human vessel that they're tapping in, turning on, tuning into and stuff. So due to their own human experience that allows them to even vibrate on those kind of energies and frequencies and vibrations to even attract, draw, or conjure, those type of energies in their own lives. you know, there's a lot of misconception with how things work and stuff. And I'm not gonna sit here to clear it up for those that let them keep on thinking, you know, whatever it is, the misconceptions that they have as truth and all this kind of stuff. This is not what this is going to be about. So either way, where was I going with all of that? It's just knowing your value and knowing your strengths, right? As you maneuver and as you continue to build and bridge the life that you desire, right? The life that you inspire, the life that you are creating for yourself. So we're going to talk, right? So we're going to do, so this is astrology, right? Right? Whether you believe in astrology or not, I'm not asking you to. This is entertainment for your entertainment. There's going to be a lot of stuff that goes on here. We're going to have our crystal learning fun, right? I write things down so that I don't lose. And then I also did some channeling and also, you know, just some writing and stuff like that of what we're going to talk about so I don't lose my space or place, right? So we're going to do our crystal learning fun. We're going to have spirit animal wisdom. We're going to do our ABC oracles. We're going to have our herb of the moment. We're going to do some angel numbers, astro dice, lotto numbers, angel numbers again, and discussing this new moon in Taurus, right? And the crystal of the day, right? And stuff like that. So this new moon in Taurus, right? It's all about knowing your value, right? It's a pretty rare moon, right? It's called a black moon. Its reference to a black moon is because it's one of 4 full moons during the spring, which is not something that is common because 4 full moons in spring are not common. It happens once every 33 months, right? So so this new moon in Taurus is about knowing your value, right? It's traveling through, I'm just reading through my notes too here and stuff like that. So don't mind me, I'm reading them in real time with you. I didn't have time to go over this and I keep on tending to my finger. Anyways, so magnificent Jupiter is escorting the exalted new moon through Taurus, right? So how you can imagine this, right, is like imagining the ritzy couple dazzling at the Met Gala, right? that's how someone referenced it. So I took it. I was like, okay, right? So arise from the ashes of despair, right? And so that could be going on, right? So you could be a life path number 2 as well, right? So the new moon is about setting intentions, right? It's about aligning our chakras, right? Well, I just wrote chakra alignment and stuff like that, because when you're setting new intentions, I believe that you are realigning, you're recalibrating your chakras, right? Because if you think about your chakras, right? So the chakras are, what are they considered? They're considered to be the vital energy centers that play a crucial role in our health and well-being, right? So when you are being intentional, right, you are stimulating and balancing the flows of energy through your chakras, right? If you want to look at it multidimensionally, right? So as you travel through the chakras, right, right, with your intentions, right, because you want to think about it, like you could think about it from your root place, right? Root is Mulahara, something like that. And it's about I am, right? It's about I am. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. So, you know, your root chakra is about I am, right? And so you think about the house of identity, right? You think about your own leveling of self-awareness. I am self-aware, right? So as you travel, right? As you travel the chakras, you got your root, then you got your sacral. I don't even know how to say it, but it's something with this us, you know. I'm not gonna pretend to know it, right? But it's all about I feel, right? So, right, when you go into your own inner, so I feel resourceful, right? So we're just traveling, right? And then you can go to your solar plexus, right? the seat of the soul, right? Like the solar plexus, right? Manipura, right? And so it's I do, right? And then you go up, heart chakra, right? I love, right? Throat chakra, I speak. Through third eye, I see, right? And your crown chakra, I understand, right? So when you are setting these new intentions, right? Plant the seed of a new template. Like, come on, look at one right here. You could be life path number 1, 2, you could be life path number 3, you could be 21 years old, you could be 20 years old, right? You don't have to be, right? But so as you set your new intentions, your chakras align, because you're I am, I feel, I do, I love, I speak, I see, I understand, right? All this kind of stuff, right? So it's a new beginning for everyone in astrology. It's a new beginning in everyone's chart, right? So in Taurus season 2, right? We still have the heaviness of eclipse season, right? And so we have our plates full, right? With things to do, right? Things to do, right? Tasks to complete, goals to accomplish, and things like that. But we still have that heaviness from the eclipse, right? So it's about prioritizing our own comforts, right? And it's also about living a life of satisfaction, a life of pleasure, one that is pleasurable to ourselves, one that is satisfying to ourselves, right? So it's and Taurus is all about spoiling yourself with life's luxuries, right? So yeah, so this is a turn for the better, a new beginning in your own sphere, electromagnetic field, intra-dimensional layers, multi-dimensional layers, right? Arise from the ashes of despair, right? You could be healing grief. You could still be grieving. You could still be healing. Like, I feel like in this world, no matter whom we are and no matter what life we've had, whether it be a rocky one, good one, whatever the case may be, we all go through it. Doesn't matter tax bracket, doesn't fucking matter what state, country, and all this kind of stuff you live in. Everybody goes through stuff, right? So for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in to hear, right, arising from the ashes of despair. And this could be too, because I see a cup right here, right? But this could be in love, this could be in your own personal life, like with relationships, with intimacy, with your career. Like, you know, this is so here you are, plant the seed of a new template, right? So that's what you're doing. And you can be like a lone wolf too, and you don't have to be, because I have a lot of socialites up in here and stuff like that. And those of you, I admire those qualities in you, like, you know what I mean? Because for me, like, you know, personally, I'm not a big socialite, although I can be very sociable. And yes, I get invited to a lot of places. Doesn't mean I always go. I'm thankful for the invitation though. But you know what I mean? Many of you here you enjoy the spotlight, you enjoy the attention, you enjoy making new friends, you enjoy, you know, for some others that might be a task for you to do, like maybe like me, like for me to do these things intentionally, like to try to make new friends, like, and yeah, everything happens naturally and all this kind of stuff, but I'm just saying these would be things that wouldn't be natural for some of us to do, like, you know, to do. So, you know, a lot of the times we could be alone in what we do. Not saying that you don't have friends, not saying that you don't have a life, and not saying that you don't include others, but you know, I like I was saying in my other videos, you should check out my Sigma personality videos, right? Many of you, I have a lot of alphas here, but I also have a lot of Sigma personality types that tap in, turn on, tune in with me. See, like, so a lot of the times, like, I might rub an alpha personality type the wrong way, but the Sigma gets me. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? To like, categorize. I don't like to do those kind of things, but it's what's coming up, it's how it's coming out, and so be it. You know what I mean? So there's a huge turn for better, especially in this new moon, right? This new moon, it's rare, just like you're rare, you're unique, your path is unique, your path is rare, right? Even if it sounds like something else out there, still you exist, you are rare, right? So expect and anticipate major improvement, especially if you've been putting in the work. If you haven't been putting in the work and you're here and you're trying to do you're trying to skip steps, you got to do the work. Me giving you the answers ain't gonna fulfill for you that which you need to obtain for yourself. It's not happening, right? I have a lot of people that use me as a cheat sheet. That shit's been happening since school. Everybody want to cheat off me on the test. What's the answer? What's the answer? What's the answer? What's the answer? And I used to give everybody the fucking answers with no problem, because that's the type of person I am, right? But those are hard life lessons to learn. So that might be you too. You might have overly people pleased in your whole entire existence and have been misused, but you have misused yourself, right? You have misused your own gifts, your talents, your abilities. You've mistaken that which you can do. That means that, you know, you should do it for all. And because you have this utopian, I am utopian in my concepts of living. I dream of a utopian society of where we all really could get along. Like, seriously, put all issues to the side and just start with a new fucking page, right? Okay, let's start here on the same page, building the same unity that we all each crave, seek, and want. But there's a lot of ego deaths that are going to have to take place in this fucking lifetime before all of us can meet on that same page. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not even like, and people have ego deaths as something even, you know, misunderstood. Our egos cannot die. They are a part of us. It's the infusion of all our sides, the light, the dark, the good, the bad. We're all these things wrapped into one, and our job is to learn ourselves so well enough that that which we create is alchemized. You know what I mean? So so if you've been putting in the work, I'm gonna speak clear here on this channel, you've actually been doing the fucking work, then yeah, there's going to be major improvement, a turn for the better, while you keep planting these seeds of this new template you dream, your vision so sweet, writing down your dreams, setting some goals, right? Setting some goals, right? Your strong desires are coming out bold to prioritize, right? So right, with the new moon is ruled by Venus in Cancer, right? So it's about not only with Taurus, right? Because, right, we have Taurus energy, which is about resourcefulness, right? It's about being resourceful. Right, it's about like and especially in the planets, like in right. I'm like trying to talk so many things at one time, and this is just how it's coming out. It's how it's computing. It's what's happening here, right? Sorry, bear with me. Oh, but anyways, the second house is all about valuing values and materials, right? Material security. It's also a representation about our attitudes in regards to those kind of things, right? Towards our possessions, right? So our strong desires to prioritize with the new moon ruled by Venus in Cancer, right, has us focusing on our long-term stability, legacy, wealth, right, in the physical realm, but our material needs along with our emotional ones. Return from the underworld and engage in life, right? So For some of you who's tapped in, turned on, tuned in here with me, even if you have a career path that involves other people, right? So I as much as I hermit and as much as I keep to myself, I work. We all work, right? Even if it's online, even if it's in person, however it is, if you go to a 9 to 5, if you set your own schedule, if you have customers, clients, whatever your business, you have multiple businesses, and so multiple interactions, you have different kind of things that you do, whatever it is, right? That might be the most of your engagement, right? Outside of work, I don't deal with people. Unless you part of my inner crew and stuff, I don't deal with people, right? But that's like a lifetime too of I've always been like that. So I'm about to like try to make it like, no, I've always been like that, even when I hung out, even when I had a social life, right? But anyways, but the return from the underworld, engaging in life. So you could have been hermiting, or for some of you too, what I hear right now too, some of you might be urged to hermit, right? Like to go a little bit hermit, to retreat, right? And for some of you might be coming out of that retreat, right? So because especially with the during Mercury retrograde, right? You may have felt a little scatterbrained, right? So, but now it's stationed. So here's this moment of clarity. It's like right here, right? This moment of clarity, right? I just want you to see that, right? This moment of clarity, this moment of vision, right? Where, so how you can even further enhance your astrological understanding if you want to, you don't have to, is you can see where Taurus rules in your chart, right? That's the second house, right? What sign is in your second house of, right? So your second house in astrology, right? It rules resources, right? It rules your material possessions, right? It rules your material security, your attitudes towards those possessions, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So, so what sign do you have? Sorry, what sign do you have in that house? Learn which house Taurus rules for you, right? So, oh, and I have the article. Learn which house. Oh, okay, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, yeah. So, right. So learn which house rules for you. I have a little treat too, because I found this cute little article that, here we go. It speaks about. Hold on, let me get it. So we're going to travel real quick through, right? So all you have to do is learn where Taurus also rules in your houses, right? So also, right, you have the second house, right? You have the second house. You have all the houses in astrology, right? And in each of those houses, they're ruled by a ruler, but then you also have a sign in that ruler's house. So in Vedic astrology, they use the terminology like the Lord of the Mana, right? So like the Lord of this house. Like, I don't know the proper terminology and stuff like that, but yeah, so granted, so every house in astrology is represented by a sign, right? Period. So that's kind of like stationed. It's like a fixed truth in regards to astrology, right? Every house is represented by a ruler, and it's going to be an astrological sign, right? An astrological sign rules each of the houses. But in your personal birth chart, I'm really trying to explain this as simplified as can be. Like I'm trying to be as articulate. Like this is freestyle, baby. Okay, so bear with me here. I'm really trying. I don't want to lose you, right? So, because this is just like astrology basics 101, right? So in astrology, all the houses are ruled by a ruler. These rulers are astrological signs. But in your personal birth chart, although you have all these houses, right? All these houses too, ruled by a ruler, you in your unique blueprint of a composite have a sign in each of those houses. This is what makes up your birth chart, right? So this article right here, this is why I wanted to explain that, is if you right here know where Taurus is in your houses, right? So Taurus rules the second house of material security, period. But in your birth chart, you could have Taurus in another house. Are you still with me? Listen, I'm not an astrologist and I'm not an astrology teacher, but I love astrology and I'm a lifetime transcendentalist. When I tell you that I don't know life without astrology, I have been studying astrology since elementary school, 35 plus fucking years, and it's still complex. Okay, it's still complex, but it's okay, right? We're not in a rush. We're not in a rush. For those of you that are tapped in, turned on, tuned in, this is going to be a long video. You know that I have my quickie tarot, and you know that I have my wham bam thank you tarot. This is not neither one of those. This is 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours long. So it is advised for you to watch it in parts if you have to, you know, leave it on as background noise and grasp that what you will, you know what I'm saying? But either way, that's what that is, right? So you have, right, because look, each of the houses represent something like something like it rules, all right? So like the first house rules your personality, right? The mask outside in your world, right? And then like the second house rules material security, right? And then the third house is your intellectual abilities, right? And the fourth house, emotional. Fifth, enjoyment, right? 6, responsibilities, right? Because there's 12 houses, right? Like just like there's 12 signs in the zodiac. So notice that the houses will go in the placements of the signs. So the first house is represented astrologically Aries, right? Second house, Taurus, right? Third house, Gemini. Fourth, Cancer. You get what I'm saying? So it's going in those kind of orders, right? So you got 6 is about responsibility. 7th is about relationships. 8th is like, right, I think of the 8 of Wands when I think about this and tarot, right? But like the 8 is like when you're shooting your arrows, like the like how you deal with things, like in certain kind of aspects, right? This is like also, you know, like Scorpio, right? Ruler, rebirth, death, transformation, things like that. So the ninth house, philosophy, right? Sagittarius, right? 10th house, your personal your personal status, Capricorn, right? 11th, right, is innovative, right? Your social life too, and just who you are in this world, right? The Aquarius, and then 12th is secrets, dreams, and all those kind of things, right? So in your astrological chart, in your astrological chart, you have a sign in each of those houses, even though each of those houses have their own rulers. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, what? All right, but if you know if you have Taurus, now everybody has Taurus in their personal chart, right? But if you do, this is what this article is about. If you have Taurus in your first house, which is your ascendant, right? I'm just going to read the key points, right? You could be down to earth and have sensual vibes. People are probably intrigued by your calm and sensual persona. You can be driven by satisfaction and being pleased, which can make them act passive towards new things if they already feel at ease or feel comfortable. You could be determined, stubborn, and practical. You process new surroundings in a slow and practical way. Don't like to be outside of your comfort zone. People might think you're lazy because of your chill vibe. People might perceive you as soothing and calm, but can also come off as boring if they're too passive to the point of being lazy. Is usually very charming, even though they hate your ass, right? That's if you have Taurus in your first house. If you have Taurus in your second house, you can be confident, satisfied when you have earned financial stability and beautiful things. You work towards having a steady income. You could be a bit selfish and possessive. You don't like to throw things away, especially if you had them for like a long time. You value material possessions. You might shy away from taking financial risks or doing things that might jeopardize your comfort zone, especially if they have reached a financial position where you provide for yourself and you don't have to worry. You value beautiful and luxurious things, right? If you have Taurus in your third house, right? Communication, Gemini, right? You won't rush into decisions. You could be heavily stubborn. Learning is a slow and practical process, but it sticks in your mind for a long time. You might come off as a lazy student or not interested in learning new things. Calm discussions and a patient listener, as long as nobody tries to change your mind. You can have a low tolerance of other people, especially if they don't agree with you or try to question your thoughts and opinions. You might exaggerate a lot, can have a hard time seeing other people's realities and experiences. You often mistake your own experiences as the truth, even though it's biased and won't reflect reality. And you might not always tell the truth. You know, feelings and opinions get in the way, right? So if you have Taurus in in your fourth house, by the way, you can definitely check out, I'm gonna write this down, this article, because I found it on a Tumblr, right? It's Tumblr.com, right? So you can look at it yourself. But I just thought it was something cute to be able to share with those of you that do watch my videos and listen to them too, right? So if you have Taurus in the fourth house, wants to have space, you want to show off all your beautiful things, surrounding yourself with art and music. You want to have a beautiful home, and people might find you the most attractive in your private life where you are the most comfortable. Wants their home to look good and be down to earth, usually surrounded by nature, likes to spoil their family and loved ones, takes on the role as the provider in their family. Loved ones come to you to find calmness and stay grounded, might try to force loved ones to do things your way, and can be a strict family member. If you have Taurus in your fifth house, you want a sensual romance, right? You find the material world fun and exciting, likes hobbies where they can be hands-on creative, like cooking, painting, or playing music. A super proud parent and wants their children to enjoy the finest in life, but can be frustrated if their kids stray away too much from their own ways of doing things and how to live. Gets pleasure from luxurious things like good food and art. Loves having fun while also getting pleasure. Wink, wink. Might not be the most active person, likes to indulge in life, and is attracted to people that seek pleasure and uncomplicated romance. In your free time, you like shopping, eating, and beauty, anything that keeps you relaxed, but also gives you pleasure and luxury. Won't mind a possessive love interest or someone that showers you in affection. If you have Taurus in your sixth house, right, which is about responsibilities and all that kind of shit, right? You're a reliable hard worker, maybe not the best suited for stressful work environments, prefer slow and steady jobs that have a comfortable vibe, and they work best when focusing on one thing at a time. But if their daily life becomes too stress-free and relaxed, they might become lazy as a result of this and indulge and avoid stressful tasks. Probably has the same routines throughout your life. They rarely change. A slow eater, they want to enjoy the food slowly as well as finding it pleasing to their eyes. Might need to practice self-discipline. Coworkers might think of you as slow, but you prefer to take your time and do it properly. Can become unmotivated if they aren't confident in their results at work and just resort into their comfort zone and do as little as possible. If you have Taurus in your 7th house, which is the descendant, you might pick partners too much based on vanity and looks while forgetting the inner beauty of people. An ideal relationship views when you both lean on each other as support and depend on one another. You need a lot of affection and loves being spoiled. You want to find security in a relationship and might have a hard time leaving a longtime partner behind. Possessive of your partner and super loyal. Love is eternal for you. It shouldn't end. Money and luxury can attract you to a person. They don't go for a messy or shaky relationship. They need to feel like the bond is secure and lifelong. However, if a long and serious relationship becomes unsteady, they will stubbornly defend it and try to bear it out. A good person for you would be someone that isn't as intense in love and someone who can lighten up the serious mood and help you to relax. You stay even when things seem hard and isn't someone that gives up quickly when in love, right? If you have Taurus in your 8th house, transformation and personal change are things you experience slowly and fully. Letting go of people you were once intimate with is hard. Sex is sensual and you focus more on the physical side rather than the emotional. Slow, sensual, and patient lover that can go all night long. Find natural and uncomplicated people sexy as fuck. Maybe not the most experimental in bed. With Scorpio? Oh, because it's in Scorpio's house. Doesn't mean that it's Scorpio. Gotcha. Doesn't, right. Okay, gotcha. All right. Spirit's answering me. I'm like, really? In Scorpio? Because Scorpio is very sexual, but Taurus in the house of Scorpio doesn't make Taurus sexual. I get it now. I get it now. This is all very interesting. Maybe not the most experimental. All right. Sometimes people need to push you in order for you to take the steps forward to change in your life. Can be too possessive about your money when it comes to sharing finances with partners. If you have Taurus in the 9th house, is drawn to places, countries that feel natural and beautiful. You measure experience in the material world and might forget about spiritual growth and understanding. Can be passive towards seeking out new experiences. What you were raised to believe is usually your opinion as an adult and can have problems being critical of their own ideals and views. Might be quick to shut down other people's opinions than your own and quickly stating your own as the truth. Prefer subjects that are practical and useful in life. Maybe something that can help you earn money. You need to prove theories in the physical world. If you can't see it, you probably don't believe in it. Drawn to practical beliefs, likes to experience things physically with your senses. If you have Taurus in your 10th house, which is your midhaven, you want to be able to please, satisfy yourself as much as possible in life. Might focus too much on careers that you don't love, but that seem practical and beneficial to your status and image. When you find a career you like, you stick to it long time. Money is a motivation when picking a career because it supports your lavish lifestyle and being able to indulge. Known for having an eye for art. Might show off a lifestyle of excess and wealth. People find you predictable and you don't surprise people that often. Wants to create beauty and share it with the world. Can be good at charming bosses or people working above you. It takes time to get far in your career. You don't rush it and want to experience the whole journey to wealth. It's perceived as reliable and sensual. If you have Taurus in your 11th house, friends inspire you to enjoy the finer things in life and relax. Works hard to maintain lifelong friendships and likes to spend time with them a lot. A true and nurturing friend, maybe a lot of chill and mature friends, usually has a small and tight group of friends, spoils their friends and is super sweet towards them. I need me a friend that has Taurus in their 11th house, please. Who has Taurus in their 11th house? I'm looking for some good friends over here too, okay? But I'm grateful for the friends I have, trust me. I am. I'm grateful. Right? Spoils their friends and is super sweet towards them. Might do lazy things with friends and indulging in things like eating good food or going to art museums. You want to keep the same image and stability, which can be great motivation for you or make you passive due to insecurities. New friends take time for you to establish as close ones, right? And if you have Taurus in the 12th house, this is our last one, right? Pisces. Might have pleasures, kinks that they haven't discovered yet, or they hide them. Let those come out. Can be stuck in their own ways without seeing their own habits and patterns and might not take criticism well. You have a strong need for stability and being secure when it comes to relationships and money, but can act in an and all over the place way that doesn't result in the things you need at all. You dream of natural and practical things, which can take time for you to reach. You might worry a lot over your finances. People think you are less stable than you actually are deep down. You are actually quite grounded and responsible. When feeling comfortable and relaxed, you're sensual, hardworking, indulgent, and calming towards people. Okay. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know. You can, if this video allows you to drop a comment, you can let me know which house, what house Taurus is in your chart. I say it like that because even for me, it's a lot, right? Right. So, right. So I know that we said some words and stuff like that, right? When I said ascendant, your ascendant sign is like your persona, right? So it's different from your sun sign, right? Your midhaven is your image, right? And your north node, I know we didn't say north node, but we were talking about it, right? North node is about your growth, and your south node is about your experience, your past life experiences, right? So some would say that your south node will reveal to you the sign you were in your last life, right? So, and your Chiron in your chart is all about your healing, like what are you healing and stuff like that. So, right, so cool. So Taurus is all about having, right? So I have, right? So we did that. We spoke about that. Right. So new moon in Taurus. Oh, this is the channeling. All right. So materials are important. This is the advice. Like, I don't know, like this is just something I was writing. I don't know. Because this is a mix of writing and also just research, right? So materials are important, but do not lose sight of where your truest securities come from, which is within, right? Set your intentions, be clear. Be clear about your values, assets, and resources. It's a fortunate time for you to look closer at your finances, right? Start treating yourself, having funds to treat yourself, looking closer at your finances to see how you can spoil yourself, treat yourself, and also your funds on providing stability, for the long run, right? Establishing pleasure and long-term security and success, right? That's what this is about. Love within an open heart, right? So yeah, as within exudes on out, right? So it's about achieving your ultimate pleasure and satisfaction while living right here in this material realm, in this 3D perceived existence, right? Jupiter also enters Taurus, right? So make sure to tap in, turn on, tune in to the upcoming video of Jupiter enters Taurus, okay? That's going to be very insightful for you, right? So just subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit that notification bell so that you never miss a quantum beat. All right, here is my mini little advert. Here we go. Thank you for tapping and tuning in with I, Enchantress the Babbler. I know I just kind of went in on this one. Either way, you can also follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. That's me, the one and only. You can subscribe over there for 99 cents too and receive DIY strategy, unlimited coaching over there with hundreds of mana videos, printables, recipes, DIY strategy, tarot videos, and stuff exclusive to subscribers only for just 99 cents a month over there. The price is just a token to get you inside and a token of value, of thank you, of appreciation and value for the amount of wonderfulness that is exchanged over there and received. You will see, you will get a quantum bang for your buck. You could also find me on TikTok at Alchemistic Poetess. You can visit my website for unique products and services at witchyutopian.com. All the information will be in the description box. You could also check out my Amazon affiliated shop with all things that if you like anything here that you see that I got obviously off of Amazon. Not everything I get off of Amazon, but I'm just saying you can check out my Amazon shop and know that I do make commissions off of that as well. But I am sharing with all of you things that I thumbs up, approve, actually use, like, and share with you, right? So that's that, and voila, back to our scheduled program. Right, so Jupiter enters Taurus, right? And so definitely check out that video. So right now it's all about securing your resources, right? And craving, understanding your craving, right? Quenching your own thirst, right? For some of you might be prompted to retreat, right? To get better reacquainted with what you need, right? Some of you need rest and relaxation. Some of you are amping up your self-care, right? Some of you are making intentional time to sit out in nature, right? Enjoying peace and quiet too, solitude, right? Embracing that, right? New beginning. Some of you could be learning something, higher education, right? Higher education and also spiritual endeavors, right? Aligning with your utmost, aligning yourself with the utmost comfort, right? Comfort lifestyle, right? Reestablishing ways of how you treat yourself, right? These daily rituals and habits that you have, right? The new opportunities to indulge, right? Reveal the truth that has long been hidden, even about yourself, right? So it's new opportunities for you to indulge in your own ways of thinking, in your own ways of communicating, in your own ways of expressing, right? This could be career, personal life, relationships, and academics too, right? And you could be learning stuff at a rapid pace, right? Recentering your desire for pleasure and fulfillment too. Leaving your destiny, retreating to nature. So we were talking about solitude, right? Look at retreating to nature and solitude. That's coming up in here, just confirmation. And then weaving your destiny as you should, right? You're weaving your destiny, right, in ways that matter to you. You could be 36 years old. You could be life path number 4. You could be 43 years old. You could be 46 years old. You could be 42. You could be born in 1962. You could be life path number 5. Okay, we could be life path number 3. Could be 34, 33, 36, 35, 32, I said. Right? You could be life path number 1. You could be 41. You could be 43. Be 32, 30, 23, 21, 26, 24 years old. Could have been born on the 26th of a day of a month. Pick a month. Hey, could have been born in May. Could have been born in March, February, January, December. Be life path 3, life path 6. Right, so right, because when you think about like even just like the elements, honestly, I don't even know where we were at. So I'm just gonna kind of all right, start anew, begin again. Listen, I'm just gonna I love being so tapped in, turned on, tuned in, even when I don't know what the fuck is going on. And that could be like that for many of you that are tapped in, turned on, tuned in with me, right? Like you're so tapped in, you're so turned on, you're so tuned in, but you still don't know what the fuck is going on. I really feel like this whole transit of Jupiter entering Jupiter entering Taurus. Right? Like, I don't know if you saw my other video where I was talking about when I drew these symbols with the T, right? Pluto and Mars, right? And remember, Pluto is in Aquarius right now too. So I just feel like there's just so many major planets planetary things taking place too that are creating very intense environments for us to work out of. It's like being asked, this is how I'm saying it, it's like being asked to paint a mural, and the center is the mural, like this is the mural right here, right? And all around the mural there's like warfare going on. There's like warfare going on, and you're asked to sit right here and paint that mural. And meanwhile, it's like, psh, little rocket launcher, psh, get the man down, get down. And you're asked to sit right here in the middle of crossfires, right? And start again, start new, plant the seed of this new template, right? Returning from the underworld with this innate wisdom and innate ancestral knowledge existing within your well that lives to tell. And the human side, right? It's like the human version of ourselves is the slowest to get it. All other realms are up to par, but it's the humans who are slow as can be, right? For whatever reasons, right? We can point it out and we can pull the trigger, right? Because that's what's happening all around. Everybody's pulling the trigger all around. But you, my friend, because you've been on your healing journey, you've been working on you, and you've been getting into the energy, the alchemy. You can't, when you get into the energy of the alchemy, there's no way that you can go out there and do those same things as before. When you know better, you do better. And if you don't do better after knowing better, then do you really know better? I don't think so. You get what I'm saying? When you know better, you do better. So here we are. We're going to focus on yous here while all of that is going on out here. And even though this message is cutting out, oh, calm, and I'm saying it because I feel like the sense of calming, right? Because you are the calm in the storm. You are the calm in the war. You are the nurse, the doctor, the wizard, the magician, the mystic, shaman, the healer of the centuries, of this century, right? Of this lifetime. So anyways, so yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. That's just how I feel. Like, I just feel like there's just a lot of shit going on. And it's just like, okay. Okay. I'm weaving my destiny. Are you? Right? So that's getting back into that, right? This divine masculine and feminine energy unifying, right? So we're in this new moon Taurus energy, right? And it's this feeling of luxuriousness, sexy, sensual, right? So you're incorporating, right, these energies that are intermingling with yours, right? Your own sensuality, your own gratification, right? And your power to force the way. What do you indulge in? Say yes to your desires without feeling the need to hold back anything from anyone, especially yourself. Relinquishing all fear of lack, scarcity, fear itself, and everything associated with these things, right? Because you're tapping into your intuitiveness, your intuitive desires, this new moon in Taurus, even more so. Questions to ask yourself at this time is, what is your gut, right? What is your intuition? What don't say, oh, that's my guides or all this. No, what is your gut? What is your highest of selves? What 10 toes down deep are you standing in that is not from pure stubbornness or condition and stuff? What is your gut telling you that you're in need of at this time? Even simple pleasures, like for example, such as a home-cooked meal. I haven't had a home-cooked meal in, oh my God, let's say, right? I'm not me. I had a home-cooked meal the other day. I'm just saying, like, or wow, I haven't sat down and enjoyed a good book in a long time. A book for enjoyment. I like not just study, pleasure, like absolute pleasure. I have loads of definitely. I'm gonna start sharing my pleasure books with my subscribers on Instagram, because I'm always sharing educational stuff too and things like that. But we need pleasure, right? And so the books that I read for pleasure, right? So if you enjoy reading and stuff like that, when was the last time you read for pleasure? Right? That's getting lost in a good book, okay? And let's say you have gotten lost in a good book and you do enjoy and you do read for pleasure, and that's right up your alley, then this is confirmation too to continue. But there's still something else. What is your gut telling you that you're in need of right now? Right? Understanding your comfort better and showing yourself more of that in ways. That's what I was like talking about in the other video too, when I was talking about when you look good, you feel good. So this is the time to work on you. Do you look good for yourself? I love that, right? I was saying, I'm right, like even just like to my daughter, to my best friend and stuff like that. I'm like, what are you looking so good for? Me? Exactly. Myself. Right? Yourself. You don't need a reason to glam up. And if you are, like I said, like me, like I like to be casual, comfy, but cute as can be. So design it to be that way. So if you want to be like, you don't have to be you could be like, where am I going? Why do I have to get, you don't have to get dressed. Like, again, it's about getting up, taking a shower, picking out something that's nice for you to wear, even if it's fucking house clothes. What do you want to wear? I cosplay. What costume shall I wear today? Don't leave me to clean my room. When I clean my room, I thought you come in and all of a sudden I got like 5 different outfits on. And then like my daughter walks in my room all the time. She's like, what are you doing? Trying on stuff. I got like 3 things in my head because, that's cleaning. It's like, you're like, okay, what time warp did I walk into? But still, you know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah. So like, and then they'd be like, one of the most spoilest things that you can ever do to yourself is like, I don't have money to get what I need. If that's your fucking attitude, you need to go take a shit and flush that shit down the drain. Okay? Because that's a shitty fucking attitude to have. Okay? You don't need money to enjoy yourself. The fuck? Although it is nice. Hey, but what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. What is your gut telling you? And that type of attitude is why you probably don't either. So shift it. Let this be a money shift, right? Okay, hold up. Like healing that. We were talking about that too. Healing your relationship with how you think about finances and lack and all this kind of stuff too, right? We're not gonna be ungrateful or mofos up in here. You fix that. Look, it's not me even scolding or anything like that. It's like you don't want to be like that. Why would you want to sourpuss your own fucking future by having that stinky little attitude about your own perception of this right now? Right now ain't forever unless you make it so. Right? Let your feelings guide you, but let them encourage you too to center your needs appropriately in healthy, wealthy, stealthy kind of ways that are going to bring you back down to earth beautifully. Right? So I didn't mean to be all attacky for the energy that I just picked up on in lacking of gratitude. I have had nothing. I have lost everything. Numerous fucking times I've had to start again and again and again, feeling defeated, not having fucking a dime to my fucking name. And that still was never my attitude. So a shift in perspective, and I'm not tooting my horn, and this is where people are like, oh, but I'm not you. You're not me. You're not. And you should never want to be. You should always want to be yourself. The best version of yourself. And I'm just speaking from experience. That type of attitude is not going to take you out of your predicament if you are having financial issues. It's going to make it worse. So let this be your wake-up call to be like, oh shit, let me fix my attitude. Let me start adding gratitude into my life. And let me help myself to get there to feel that too. And if there's nothing that you can be grateful for, then wow, you really need to just be Confucius, sit on that fucking toilet bowl, shit all that shit out. Seriously. You know what I mean? This is a mixed crowd. I love all of you. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. But I don't sugarcoat, and I don't care. You can, I'm just talking freely, and I'm not going to keep I am going to keep apologizing because that's part of my own fucking conditioning. I just apologize for everything. I'm sorry. And for some of you might be like that too and stuff like that, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm just being real. Like if you were sitting here right next to me right now and you had that motherfucking attitude, you would not be having that motherfucking attitude sitting here with me. If not, you would not be sitting here next to me with that motherfucking attitude. And that's just that. You know, we got to pick and choose our surroundings too. Like you can't be like party poop for everybody else too in that kind of department, right? We gotta be mindful of the company that we keep and how often we keep it, and what ties of attachment do we keep to the people that we interact and engage with. Everything you do has an impact. Everything you do has a ripple effect. So you might be great, right? Your money could be up, and then you go and you say what's up, and you hang with this person that their money is down. The person with their money down and the person with their money up, they're not conscious, they're not mindful, and they're not, granted, nothing this person can do is going to fuck up what this person does because this person is actually doing something about it, right? But still, it's the taint of energy and vibration to attract and draw more of those kind of experiences, depending on how you receive it and depending on your leveling of consciousness too. And if you're not in that leveling of consciousness where you're being extra mindful and you don't have everything attach itself to you, like right now, like you don't, like you can see whomever and however their condition be, it's not going to have no effect on you. That's a powerful stance to be. If you're not there and people could trigger you and all this kind of stuff, and you're not realizing all the fucking little intricate things that could attach themselves and be like, oh, let me hang on to this person right here a little bit, and you don't even notice it and all this kind of stuff, I say then that's when you need to isolate yourself so that you can better practice your discernment for being around energies and people and stuff like that, because you got to take care of you. best. You know what I'm saying? So who we surround ourselves with, it does fucking matter. It does matter, right? It's like, you know how like when you go out with a group of people and you always have that one or two person in the group that's like, I don't have money, but they're like screaming it, talking through the whole fucking night, the whole course. Mind you, everybody in that group, to that one or two people that didn't have the money, is they're taking care of that person, right? They're buying them drinks, right? This is what I'm talking about, lacking in gratitude. This is why the attitude of abundance, right? So that person in that group, instead of being grateful for how everybody's looking out for them and everybody's having a good time that whole fucking night, all they keep bringing up is their poorness or how they don't have and how whatever. That's the attitude of lack that needs to go. And that's the type of shit, everything has a ripple effect. Like the people in the group that are enabling that type of behavior too, like, dude, like, I like me too, like even in my now space, if I'm with somebody and it's with a heart of compassion and all this kind of stuff, knowing I've had and I have not had. So I understand how that feels. I understand how it feels when somebody buys you something and you're like, damn, I wish I look forward to the day I treat you. This is not gonna go forgotten or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But like, what, you're gonna sulk about it, or you're gonna make it even worse with the heavy of the energy of attachment, because that's a heavy fucking energy that makes everybody feel like ugh, right? And you don't want to be like ugh. Obviously, if you're the friend in the group that doesn't have the money and you get invited out and all this kind of stuff, and you know that other friends are taking care of you when they go out and all this kind of stuff, yo, be grateful. Don't kill it on top of that with your lack-minded attitude, talk, and vibe. Enjoy the time and use that as a sprinkle of fairy dust of how abundant the fucking universe is for even you, allowing you to have a great time, to have friends that look out for you when you're down and out, instead of being down and out when they're looking out for you on top of that too. I'm telling you, like, I think I see it in every fucking friends group of people that go out. There's a group, everybody have money, and there'll be like one person or another person, 1 to 2 people that don't really have money on them, but their attitude fucking stinks on top of that. So if you are one of those people that your money's up and you're still holding on to energies like that around you, that just Debbie down it for you. You know what I'm saying? That's something to look into too. Because why are you enabling it? Granted, you want to have those people around you and stuff like that too, but their attitudes, why do they have to taint your experience? I'm not being mean, I'm not being cool. I have dealt with this. Right? Where it's like that. Not now. I'm just saying. And in truth, you do them a disservice when you don't nip it in the butt. Like, hey, listen, I got you for tonight. We good, we friends. Your money's gonna be up soon too. Please, let's be positive. What's so hard to say that to the friend? If that's your friend, you're looking out for them anyways. And if they still continue, then that's something else for you to think about. I don't know who the fuck this is for. But yeah, so what's coming out? So just be mindful, because there's a solution. With every problem, there's a solution. Communication is key. And nipping it quickly with communication being key, as quickly and swiftly as can be, is helpful to you on your, especially in your spiritual evolutionary journey. Why keep playing games back and forth? Why allow someone to come into your space and Debbie down it for you in any kind of way? So if you already know it in advance, prepare in advance. It's just like how I used to say, like when my daughter was young, and we would be going to the family outings and stuff like that. Her and I had a sit down pep talk. I came up with every possible mother fudging solution. I mean, every fucking type of problem that can come up that somebody can say. I gave her so many examples of variation of things that can go down when we go over there, and how we can, as a family unit, have a solution for it in advance, so that when it does come up, we're not taken off guard by anything. That's how I raise my kid. Because that's what you gotta fucking do too sometimes, especially when you're changing the tempo, the alchemy, the rhythm, the energy, vibration, frequency, the awareness, the consciousness, right? As parents, conscious parents, we're responsible for that. Helping our children to see everything as clearly, not like, you know, on some fear-based tactic, kind of like trying to make them afraid of the fucking world. No, on some real as can be shit. Because you know how it is. And when you have your kids, you are the teacher, you should be the home everywhere they go. When I'm outside with my kid, I'm home. She needs me, I'm home. Because it's rough out there in the streets. And so we have to be mindful of who we allow in our space. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but that's why there's preparation, right? So, yeah. So it's a time right now, right, to celebrate. Why not? Celebrate. Taurian, find and hold your power. Seek the wisdom of your shamanic guide, right? Taurus energy, right? It's all about love, right? Because it's ruled by Venus too, right? Taurans love rich beauty. Rich beauty. Rich beauty. So it's a matter of a mind shift, right? It's time to celebrate the beauty that you bring into this world. What does that look like? What does that taste like? What does that feel like? Take action. Because whatever that feels like, whatever that tastes like, whatever you want that to be, take action. Take action, because it's the only way that's gonna get you that which you want and as you deserve, right? Unless you feel like, right? Be courageous. Truth conquers all. You could be 48 years old, you could be 37 years old, you could be 40, you could be 27, you could have been born in 1972, you could have been born in 1973, you could have been born in 1984. Hold up, please. Right? So be courageous. Truth conquers all, right? What were we talking about? But seriously, like, think about it, right? Like, when we're talking about it like this, right? Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac, right? So the second sign of the zodiac is all about material possession, security, and all this kind of stuff, right? But hold on. Right? What was he saying? I don't know what I was saying. Oh, I was talking about Taurus, right? So Taurus is sign in itself, right? But Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac as well. and it's a number 2 vibration, right? So a number 2 vibration is all about cooperation, unity, balance, peace, right? Because it's bringing 2 pillars together, right, of something, right? So it's the power behind the throne, right, kind of thing. So that's a strong vibration to bring, because it's unifying something, it's bridging something, it's like the bridge to something, right? So, and it's beauty, because it's Venetian, right? It's Venetian in its energy. And so it's beauty, and you are that beauty that is bringing something into this world because you exist, right? And so because you exist, right, lifting the curse, right? So it's lifting the curse, it's lifting the veil. You could be 31 years old, you could be life path number 4, you could be life path number 8, you could be life path number 3. Right, so it's lifting, it's going beyond the veil of darkness here and actually taking action to that which has been off course for you and stuff like that too, right? So you're tapping into your own glamour, charm, right, that you use in all that you do, right? So, right, because Taurians are very charming, right? They're very charming when they turn that charm factor on, right? So this is an opportunity for real growth and transformation, right? Especially, right, with Jupiter entering in the mix, because Jupiter is all about expansion, right? So Taurus is ruled by Venus. So we're going to ease into this new beginning with love, devotion, and patience. So this new moon is inviting what you want to bring into your life, right? It's inviting what you want to, so look at, plant the seed of a new template, right? Coming up again, right? So inviting what you want to bring into your life. So are you clear on that? I'm gonna take a picture of this so I could put this in my community board. Always check out my community board. I always share things over there, different YouTube videos too that I find interesting. You guys know that I love animals, stuff like that. I share a lot of that, but I also share a lot of other wonderful things, right? So you can see what's going on over here, right? I'm just taking a picture, guys. Okay. So right, so it's just important right now to set the intention and wishes that you want, and it's allowing you to be not so overly emotional, right? Because Taurus is not an emotional sign. They tend to be emotionally dry, honestly. Like, I'm not being mean or anything like that. Depending on what other signs they have in their chart that can make it different, in emotion they tend to be dry, you know, and so, but they make up for it in other ways, right? So this opportunity that you have now to set that what you want without being so overly emotional that can clog your vision or cause you to be impulsive, right? This is giving you the opportunity to really set into clarity, because this is the season of money being up, money being up, right? Because even here, fortune, luxury. So you might be even shopping, right? So shopping, luxury shopping too, remodeling, buying a new home, luxury rental vehicle, a new property, a new workspace, but right, but you're playing around with your aesthetics. It's aesthetics. So this could be also surgeries, beauty enhancements, right? Working on your own beauty, getting work done, things like that, some cosmetic procedures. I don't know the language to all those kind of things, but you could, or working on yourself too. Like, you know, I don't like to but that's what popped into my mind. But either way, but like you could be going to the gym, working, toning, fitness, eating right, doing things like that, or wanting to, and this is confirmation to get your ass moving and do that, the things that you want to do to help yourself to feel good. Definitely to go check out my other video that I have posted, and definitely check out the Jupiter the Jupiter. I'm like, the Jupiter, right? The Jupiter entering Taurus, right? Video as well. Look out for that one. But definitely go check out one of my last videos. I don't know which one that posted by the time this one posts. Definitely, yeah, we don't know, but just watch all my videos if you want. I know they're long. It's the last long one from this last long one. So what we're gonna also do right now is see what we're gonna learn about different mushrooms. Okay, different mushrooms, right, of insight that we have. What mushroom of insight do we have for those tapped in, turned on, tuned in to the divinity of you channeling right now? Although we're talking about specific time tables and stuff like that here in the world, these all messages in my on my YouTube channel are timeless, even if I'm speaking about specifics that are going on right now, because when you find yourself here, you find yourself here. You know what I mean? Time loop. So definitely, what magic mushroom of wisdom do we have for those like trying to shuffle with that? Quiet and moving. Okay. Right, and also too, so we keep talking about Taurus, right? So too many. Right, so I have wrote some stuff down. You are worth it. Sing, right? Advice. Don't be shy. Connect with your heart. Speak your needs and desires to the universe, not necessarily other people, because other people, right? People can't ruin what they don't know. You know what I mean? People cannot ruin what they do not know. And trust me, no amount of cards, for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, no amount of cards and divination is ever going to reveal to them that which is about you or me, whatever. I'm speaking for myself in this department, right? So you are worth it. Sing. 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 I don't know what that's for, but sing. You don't need to be a professional singer to sing. Sing! Because you can and you will. And anybody that doesn't like it can go, okay? Don't be shy. Connect with your heart. Speak from your heart. Speak your needs and desires to the universe. Taurus rules the physical senses. Wish, make your wishes. Wish for it under Taurus's new moon, right? Especially if in the need for some sensual pleasure, physical pleasure, intimacy, comfort, luxury, wealth. Connect with Mother Earth, right? Taurus is the first earth sign of the zodiac, right? Remember the value that you bring into the world. You know, ground yourself into Mother Earth. Step outside into some grass, some dirt, some sand, on some rocks, in the ocean, sea, spring water, river, waterfall, whatever you have. Right? Remember the value that you bring into this world. Taurus equates to self-worth. So set your healthy boundaries. Become more aware of your own personal needs and do not deny them. Not deny yourself. This is about your restoration of health. Taurus is associated with throat, chin, neck, thyroid, voice, and vocal cords. Taurus also is represented in tarot by the Hierophant, right? The Hierophant is the teacher that comes into your life to guide you through the elevation, evolution, right? In you, for you, bring your spirituality down to earth. It's associated with the heart chakra. Anahata, I love. It's the bridge between our spiritual and our physical worlds. For this Taurus new moon, you can light a green candle in representation of our heart chakra. Light some sage, some palo santo. Beautiful, wonderful essential oils and scents. Jasmine, rose, and patchouli. Having some thyme and mint tea. Buying some lilies, daisies, or poppies. Associated too with emerald and pyrite, jade and lapis lazuli. Everything that we do has a ripple effect. And every action that we take, we bring a reaction and a ripple effect back to ourselves. That is the law. So, we said this already, right? So incorporating sensuality, gratification, and indulgence to your desires without feeling the need to hold back, right? So this is just stuff I was writing. So relinquish fear, I already said all of this. So what mushroom of insight do we have for those tapped in, turned on, tuned in? You could be 22 years old, you could be 30 years old, you could be a life path number 4, you could be a life path number 3, you could be a life path number 2. Very every video we learn words that I cannot say. Someone should keep a tally of the words and one day just write them in the comments and let me know how many words I cannot say. Subtlety and isolation, parallax cap, right? Fairy ink cap. It's also called Corprinellus disseminatus. It's an edible, but fragile and insubstantial. The fairy ink cap is normally found in dense masses attached to tree stumps and roots. It starts off a pale white and turns to gray before it blackens and dies. It's very delicate. It will collapse when touched in an absolutely stunning display if you ever come across them. Some things can come and go in the blink of an eye. One day they are there, and the next day they are gone. The energy here is delicate and fairy-like. This subtle energy is here to create a magical atmosphere, a beauty that sometimes goes unseen. Are you noticing the subtle energies around you, or are you too busy to notice? Fairy ink cap reminds you that many small or subtle acts can create massive shifts. This card is a reminder to be subtle. Moving in on something like a steamroller might not be the right course of action. Subtleties. Subtlety is key here and can be extremely powerful, so give it a try. Someone may be trying to tell you something that you are not hearing because it is very subtle. Much wisdom can be gained by observing and feeling the subtle energy around you. Every plant, tree, or flower is giving off subtle energy. People, pets, and places may have a subtle energy that can only be felt when you quiet yourself enough to be able to sense it. Fairy ink cap says to slow down, create stillness and mindfulness in your practices, and you will gain great wisdom from the energies around you. You don't need to go out and search for this energy. It will find you if it hasn't already. But be ready to listen and take it on board because it could come and go before you even realize it. Parrot wax cap. The other name is Glyphorus pistacinus. Statosinus. I don't know. It's an edible and not advised due to its slimy texture. Can also cause gastrointestinal upset, so don't eat it, please. The parrot wax cap is a striking slimy green mushroom that can be found growing in autumn on roadside verges and cropped grassland. It prefers untempered, acidic, or neutral soil grassland and may also grow in association with moss. Often found in lawns and cemeteries, pistacinus is widespread across the UK and likes to be left alone. So it can be found in places that have little thoroughfare. These mushrooms have no look-alike, so cannot be easily misidentified. The parrot wax cap likes to be left alone. And it's easy to understand why. Isolation can be a good thing. Left untouched by pollution, noise, and people, it grows well, right? So can you, if you are left to your own devices? You are capable of growth without all the things. What you thought you needed to survive might not actually be necessary. You would be surprised how little you really need at all. Sometimes stripping your life down to the bare necessities can show you how you have been living way beyond your means. Isolation can also be a good thing to clear your mind and strip yourself down to basics. You will be able to hear your own thoughts again without the constant bombardment of sound, people, and energy. When you need peace in your life, sometimes you need to extricate yourself from the situation. Finding peace is so much easier when you have isolated yourself and attend to what you really need. Sometimes peace and simplicity bring the greatest rewards. If, on the other hand, you are feeling isolated and not in a good place, ask yourself, what do I need? What is it that really sustains me and makes me happy? It's time to ask the tough questions and really get real about it. Only you know what can make you happy, and it has to come from the inside. Addictions are often fueled by unhappiness. When you find something that makes your heart sing and makes you feel alive, you tend to not need your vices as often. And I was just saying, sing, right? But this is what I'm getting from this and these cards together, right? Right. So sometimes, like, you know, like, especially now with this energy, right? Tapping into your intuitive desire, realizing how energetically sensitive you are to the energies around you. And we were just talking about being mindful, about the energies that we keep around us. So sometimes isolation is needed for our protection. So instead of looking at it like, oh, this is lonely, or this sucks, or this is that, right? What matters more, peace or getting sucked dry by the energies outside, by not allowing yourself the time that you need to really get into you and what you do and how you do what you do, when you do, where you do, and why you do what you do, and doing what you want to do. Especially if you're relinquishing a lot of stuff, you gotta sometimes move away from the environment, right? They say that it's nearly impossible to heal in the environment that which made you sick. I find that to be so fucking true. When I still lived in the area, even though I moved to different, like, I changed my zip code, but I was still in the same state and stuff like that. It's still easily accessible. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And although I was still on my healing journey, and obviously a lot had shifted, changed, and all this kind of stuff, but the real change, not the real, because it was all real, but like a massive quantum shift occurred once I was really away. So sometimes it's like, like moving away from your family, especially if they've been toxic to you or something like that, moving away from your hometown to really make it, and it's just like, it's like isolating yourself away from the energies that have you feeling convoluted anyways, because it's confusing. And so to demystify the confusion, isolation is a healthy thing for you to want to do for yourself. It's like, let me go hermit and recalibrate myself. I'll be back. You'll be back. Right? But revamped, recalibrated, rejuvenated, brimming with smiles, grinning, peaceful, especially if you want peace. And if you isolate and don't find peace in your isolation, how far within are you looking? Hold on. Welcome back after much time later. Okay. Had to eat a little something and then made me some coffee. So we are back, and what we're gonna do is now do our angel numbers. Okay, so what angel numbers want to show themselves at this time? For those tapped in, turned on, tuned into this video's message, you may be like, as an activator, right? For those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in with me and stuff like that, like, you activate people, right? Like, your presence, we all activate one another. Like, it's not about being special and all this kind of shit. We're energy, we're electromagnetic beings. When we come into contact with another electromagnetic being, we stimulate one another. You know what I'm saying? And that's just science. So what is your stimulation? I am a pioneer. Independence and self-sufficiency are necessities to you, right? You are extremely capable in life and in work, and aren't afraid to take big risks to achieve the life you desire, right? And this is going, look at this, is 19, right? Which equates to 1, right? And 1 is all about your individuality, right? It's all about independence, right? Which is what it's talking about here, right? And your attainment and beginnings and endings, right? Because 1 is new, like a new beginning. 9 is the completion of 1, right? So being innovative in that, right? You're a pioneer. 111, which equates to 3 here, but 1 also, right? We're talking about individuality, independence, right? The attainment. So angels are ready to fully support you in this endeavor so that you can co-create with the universe a life you love. I love that, right? I am creative. I am a pioneer. I am creative. I am a pioneer, right? On your journey, because we have 3, which is self-expression, right? So this 111 equals 3, right? It's all about self-expression, your own creativity, right? And your communication, your artistry, your expression, your sensitivity, your ability to socialize, right? So yeah, a lot of stuff happening here. 5, 5, 5, massive change, right? 5, 10, 15, which equates to 6, which 6 is all about what we say, right? Balance, right? 6 is all about balance, responsibility. I'm getting tongue-tied. Responsibility, love, protectiveness, your community, right? But 5, 5, 5, if 5 is about freedom, right? That's why it usually comes with a disruption of some kind, because it's about the construction of a freedom, right? The constructive freedom. I can't even talk. Constructive freedom. That's what I'm trying to say. A major shift is about to come into your life experience and change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. I am optimistic, right? Which is 15, right? 5, 5, 5 is change, right? But it's about being adaptable, learning to be adaptable through these shifts, through these transits, through this change, right? So 2, 2, 2, right? So 2, 2, 2, 2s are all about cooperation as well. So trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing as you are nourishing them with words, feelings, and action. I am balanced because, shoot, you are balanced. Of all the cards that fell, one of them fell out, like showing itself, and it was be courageous, truth conquers all, right? I am balanced going into 6, because that equates to 6, and 6 is all about balance and your responsibility and stuff like that too, right? So thank you so much for supporting my channel, for being here, for finding resonance here, for finding resonance here and taking residence here. You know, you're more than welcome to check out over 2K legacy videos that I know that there are so many videos here. If you're here and you're connected to this one, there are so many other videos for you to furthermore connect with. There's over 2,000. I know. Right, so angel number 6, we're talking about the balancing, right? Your heart is your gift. You are a natural born nurturer and have a great talent for helping and healing others. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice and a protector of those you love. I am nurturing, right? 21, which equates to 3, which is all about self-expression too, right? So you are highly creative with a strong will to succeed. Your imagination is highly charged. It reveals itself in everything you do, from your sparkling conversation to your most prized projects. I am inspiring, right? Yeah. Yes, you are. Right, what else do we have here? Fingers hurting. 28, 8, 9, 10, which is 10, which is 1, which is new beginnings, 2, right? So your new beginnings to this, right? So 28 and then 2s are about cooperation and balance, and 8s are about material satisfactions too, right? So combining these two in an effort to accomplish great things, you recognize the value of working with others. You make a capable and compassionate leader who can bring people together and drive a team toward achievement. I am a leader. There's this portal again here. There is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It is time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. I am limitless, right? What other angel numbers do we have for those tapped in, turned on, tuned in for right now? Right, 2 and 2, 2, 3. I'm reading it like that too, right? 2, 2, 3, but 2 and 23. 23 equals 5, which is again about constructive freedom and change, right? And exploring that change, right? 3, 4, 5, and 2 are 2. into the balance, the diplomacy, right? And the power behind your own throne. You have great talent for finding solutions. Your intuitive and unbiased nature allow you to see all sides of any situation and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. I am diplomatic. 23, you have a zest for life and you are eager to experience anything and everything possible. You love change and excitement and need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure to be lived to the fullest. I am adventurous, right? And you might be embracing that adventurism right now through this change, which you may not be necessarily so gung-ho about, because you know sometimes people could be like, you could be a fixed sign, right, or something like that, or just have you know, like trauma too, or just like it's hard to see the change, right? So it could be hard or challenging for you to embrace change. That's what I'm trying to say. 16, right? Which equals 7. So 77 coming up twice, which is 7, which equals 14, which is 5. It's all about change again, right? So the 7s are about analysis, right? And that's important to understand that, like the godly number for analysis, for understanding knowledge, divine knowledge, right? Power, wisdom, right? And all that kind of stuff. And then 16, you have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings and wisdom. Seeker, and your angels ask to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. To share, you're asked to share that which you are growing and knowing and here to teach in some kind of degree, in whatever way, field, industry you be, right? You possess a very refined mind and a deep urge to uncover life's mysteries. Your ability to acquire vast knowledge on both the informational and spiritual planes gives you a greater awareness than most. I am brilliant. I love that. I am brilliant. (666), a wake-up call for you to re-examine your current situation and change the direction of your thoughts so you can raise your vibrations to a more positive frequency. I am centered. I'm going to look up another meaning than this card for 666 here, because I know that I feel like whoever made these cards made it with the vibration, because 6 is all about, right, balance, responsibility, love, care, protecting, right? 6, 12, 18, and then this is 9. So it's about the completion of that. So this equates to 9, right? Altogether. So I just find that it's more like, I would say this is more about and even if it wants to be a wake-up call in some kind of way, right, for you to re-examine how responsible or balanced you are allowing yourself to be, or living or enabling in your life. Like, is there a balance in that kind of frequency? Because 9 is all about your selflessness, right, and your completion, right? So that to bring universal order in some kind of way and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna look up anyways another one, because this is already like the second time that we're getting this number with this particular deck. And you know, I can articulate it and break it down into singular digits, which what I do, because I'm just into numerology in that kind of way, and understanding numbers as a vibration, you know, energy, frequency, vibration. And you know, we could pile on a number on top of a number and on top of a number, but still at the end of the day, we're reducing it down to a singular digit, to its singular entity of a vibration, energy, and frequency. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that I don't want to lose you on that. It's just my mind works very it's unique. Okay. So, and I like a particular. Right, we're gonna read it. Right, so angel number 666, let's see what they have here, is a compilation of the energies attributed to the number 6, including honesty, justice, integrity, charity, faith, love, humanity, service, balance, and peace. Domesticity, responsibility, care, the teacher, convention, the provider, protection, idealism, selflessness, charity, faithfulness, the nurture of truth, order, economy, emotional depth, curiosity, deep love of home and family, humanitarianism, service, and self. These are just all keywords, right? But angel number 666 tells us of the ability to use our imagination and the intellect. You see what I'm saying? I like this one better. Intellect combined to bring about positive outcomes. When sixes appear repeatedly, your angels are telling you to be aware to balance your thoughts. So that's what I was saying. You see, I was like, all right, I love that. You see, I like, that's why I like going for, you know, sometimes if something doesn't sit well with you, like, don't just settle for information. Just, here, that's for you. Like, for me, twice already, it didn't settle with me. And so now I'm feeling more satisfied by diving in a little bit more to get a much more satisfactory for me understanding of why this keeps popping up, right? So yeah, be aware to balance your thoughts, worries, or concerns about material and financial issues with a focus and faith in the spiritual. A positive vibration of focus will bring about positive results, which this ties wonderfully with this whole Taurian energy too, into your own saying yes to your desires without feeling the need to hold back, right? And balancing out your relationship with your thoughts on finances and too, and extravagance and luxury and wealth and all this kind of stuff or whatever. But angel number 666 is a message to trust the universe and your angels with supporting and assisting you in achieving your desires in regards to your home, family, social, and personal life. Okay, keep your thoughts and feelings focused on achieving your goals, and you will attain your desires with the help of your angels. Angel number 666 tells us that it's time to focus on your personal spirituality in order to balance and heal any issues in your life. Tell the angels about any fears you may have concerning your material supply or lack thereof. It doesn't have to be angels. It could be whatever it is that you do, or, you know, whatever faith you have. I don't know. They are listening and wanting to help you feel prosperous and abundant. Be open to receiving help, love, and support from both humans and the angels, as it is there for the offering. You need to be receptive in order to receive the help you need. That's key. That's worth repeating. You need to be receptive in order to receive the help you need. Angel number 666 may be indicating that your thoughts are out of balance at this time, and you are asked to look to all aspects of your life, making sure that all is as you feel it should be. Look to service and humanitarian aspects, including volunteering your time, donating money to charity, doing conscious random acts of kindness, and or being service to those in need in some way. The angels in the universe will reward you accordingly, and your needs will always be met. Angel number 666 is an indication that your thoughts are out of balance and you are focused too much on the material aspects of your own life. The energies of abundance and prosperity are being deflected and resisted as worry and anxiety, causing a barrier to balance, spirit, harmony, and receptivity on your behalf. Angel number 666 asks you to balance your thoughts between the spiritual and the material aspects and to maintain faith and trust that your needs will always be met. So yeah, we're healing that too, right? So the angels are asking you to focus on spirit and service, and to know that your material and emotional needs will automatically be met as a result. So that's kind of like what I was saying about the friends, right, that are treating the friends that don't have the money, and they go out and instead they have this like sourpuss, Debbie Downer type of attitude, right? Right now, like if we shift it, right? So it's like the angels are saying, focus on not so much the monetary and all this kind of stuff, focus on the service. Right. So if they were focusing on gratitude, let's say when they went, that's focusing on a service of gratitude, of love, right? That which is an abundant energy, which is prosperous and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So angel number 666 prompts you to focus upon your inner spirituality and divine life purpose and soul mission rather than on earthly material concerns. Give any fears of loss or lack to the angels to heal and transmute, and be open to receiving and accepting help and assistance from your angels, spirit guides, and other people in your life. All you need to do is ask. Right? I like that. I just want to I don't know where did I drop that too? Ay, ay, ay. Hold on. Hello, we are back. I just think on Hello, so welcome. So you have entered and we are now in the crystal learning station. So this is the crystal that we are going to be learning about. It is called stromatolite. Stromatolite. You spell it S like Sam, T like Tom, R like Robert, O like owl, M like Mary, A like apple, T like Tom, O like one, O like ooh, or O like octopus, L like, wait a minute, because now you think I'm saying that many O's. Let me start again. S like Sam, T like Tom, R like Robert, O like owl, M like Mary, A like apple, T like Teddy, O like otter, L like love, I like ice cream, T like today, E like elephant, stromatolite. Dun, 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 no, no, no. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know, but that's what I heard. That's what I heard. All right, so here we go. We are gonna go to our stromatolite. 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 It's a living rock. It is a living rock. For those of you that don't know, we're learning together. So that's what I want this to always be, yes, it's entertainment for your entertainment, for your evolutionary entertainment, but I always want this to be educational in some kind of way, in ways that is going to help you in awesome, that helps your alchemy on your everyday journey, right? Helping you bring you back to your course, your center, your abundance, your prosperity, your equilibrium, your peace, right? This is always going to be a peaceful station, no matter how rah-rah I can get. You know what I'm saying? Right? So Strombone, soapstone, I'm looking at that, and the way it's falling on corpuscle, right? Spirit Mercury, right? Here we go. So stromatolite. Let's learn about that. Stromatolite is a fascinating fossil. Do you feel that? It's a fascinating fossil that shows us the very beginning of life on Earth. While it may look like nothing more than swirls and spots, it actually is a fossilized version of a colony of blue-green algae. In a few precious locations, living rocks, I feel that, oh my God. Like you feel it. Okay, have been found where the algae colonies are still growing and thriving. Two of the more accessible locations in which to see them are Shark Bay in Australia and the Bahamas. Even though it is generally considered an ancient organism and an ancient fossil, new algae colonies can form today in the right conditions. Stromatolite encourages us to love biodiversity and to be fiercely protective of the planet, right? Stromatolite awakens us to the beauty of life. Oh, this is wonderful. You see what I'm saying? And it goes so well with the Taurian earthly energy, right? Because Taurus is an earth sign. I like this. I love how I could cry. I'm just appreciating the synchronicity of all of it. Like, again, you have no idea of the lack of preparation I do for all of these videos. Oh, but you thought I was gonna say, oh, the preparation for all of these videos. No, it's on a time thing. Like I have these time slots that I can make use of my time and do these, or I can do something else with my time in these pockets of time that I have available for me in my busy fucking schedule. You get what I'm saying? So like I'm always doing stuff. So yeah, so it's not like I don't create content. I create content, but I don't like the things that I create content. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I create content. I'm a content creator. Don't listen to that last sentence that I just said. It's just, anyways, I'm getting silly with this rock. I'm getting silly with it. All right. So it encourages us to think. All right. So stromatolite awakens us to the beauty of life, helping us to cherish and protect its diversity. It encourages us to think beyond ourselves and think instead of generations that will come after us and the world we want them to inherit. Stromatolite can aid us in exploring our ancestral lives and how our past affects our present. Stromatolite encourages us to look to the past for wisdom, to live with respect, and to look to the future with love. I love that. Right? It's linked to the root chakra. Its element is earth, right? So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, earth signs. Its numerology is the number 1, which is all about individuality, right? It's all about independence and our attainment to stuff, beginnings, innovation, new chapters, our leadership and all this kind of stuff. And 8 is all about our own authority and power in this world and stuff. So, right, and the zodiacs that is associated with is Aries and Virgo. Okay, so stromatolite has an exceptionally grounding and peaceful energy, which can teach us both patience and resilience. Definitely go check out my video. I don't know what it was called. Watch all my videos. Okay, so it reminds us that we are the sum of billions upon billions of ancestors, and that their strength and determination to survive and thrive is genetically gifted to us. With such strength in us, we can surely overcome any problem we face with grace and dignity. In turn, it is our responsibility to show others, particularly younger generations, how to live well. What? Wasn't I talking about parenting in this video too? Ebbs, what you want? What you want? Hold on. Watch one of my videos. This was a while ago. I don't remember which video, but I spoke about this baby dragon and where I got it and how it was meant for me. Okay. So stromatolite has an exceptionally grounding and peaceful energy, which can teach us both patience and resilience. It reminds us that we are the sum of billions upon billions of ancestors and that their strength and determination to survive and thrive is genetically gifted to us. With such strength in us, we can surely overcome any problem we face and with grace and dignity. In turn, it is our responsibility to show others, particularly younger generations, how to live well, right? Stromatolite is an incredible tool for mental agility, helping us to see both the macro and micro levels of any situation. Stromatolite encourages us to think about systems, connections, and to actively seek out practical solutions to problems big and small. Its calm energy encourages us to be patient while we research, learn, and experiment, thus allowing us to gradually put the pieces together and quietly work for the greater good of all. I love that. I love that. For the greater good of all. For the greater good of all. For the greater good of all. I still don't know the title of this yet. I know it's new moon something, but you know, whatever. So I'm just writing stuff down. So, stromatolite is a fantastic talisman for earth scientists. Come on, my earth scientists up in here, up in here. You have to see, so there's a lot of I don't know the proper terminology and language for certain kind of things or whatever, but like, you know, the studious ones, the ones that are like scientific or scientists, like, you know, I meet all different types of people from all walks of life and stuff like that. And the interest that these kind of researcher folk, scientist folk have in just in people like me, which could be like a people like you, because this is a 50-50 crowd, right? Not everybody's whimsical. Some people find that shit so fucking annoying. Just the other day, because I don't really know much about TikTok. Even though I have TikTok, I'm alchemistic poetess on TikTok. I know how to create videos, obviously, on TikTok, but I've never gone live on TikTok. I just recently discovered where it shows me people that respond or comment on my TikTok videos. Up until this point, I've had TikTok for, I don't know, over a year. I don't comment on any thing that people write to me because I don't really know where I'm at. And I think I found it like maybe once or twice before by accident, like just stumbling upon it. I can't even go back to where it is that I found the other day, but the other day I stumbled upon it again, where I can see all the comments people have left. So I started responding back, right? And I'm telling you, and so there was this particular one that was months ago. But I'm seeing it for the first time. And it's the video where I had a stiff neck and stuff, and I did the tutorial video, like I was doing an Amazon kind of like review of something that I got for like my neck and my stiff neck. And this mofo commented saying, oh, like hell no, like her voice, especially when she goes high pitched like that, it's just so annoying, right? And whatever, right? So I go and I'm like, this little mofo, little miserable folks. So I started to type to respond, and then I deleted that. And I'm like, no, but it's still on my heart. I want to say something. So I started to respond. I deleted that, right? And mind you, this is without looking at this person, who this person was. It was just in response to what they had said. Like I didn't even go look at them. So now after writing something and then deleting it, writing something and deleting it, writing something and deleting it, I feel called upon to look at this person's TikTok. And so again, I'm not transphobic or anything like that and all this kind of stuff or whatever, but I looked at this person's page and that's what they identify as or whatever the case may be. So now mind you, my response or whatever and stuff like that. So and all their videos, they just look miserable. They just look miserable. Whatever they are, right? Whatever they choose to be, whatever they want to be, and all this kind of stuff. I don't care. It got nothing to do with me. It's just miserable. And so then my sentence formed. Your misery cannot, or something like that. Your misery cannot steal my joy. Exclamation point. The end. Replied back. Because nah. I said it something like that. It may not be exactly how I said it or whatever the case may be, but no, right? Your misery is not going to steal my joy. And that's kind of like what I was saying with the whole friend thing, when it's a matter of attitude. It's a matter of gratitude. It's a matter What were we talking about? Why was I talking about this? How did I get into this whole, what was I reading? Reading about the stone. I didn't mean to talk about this, right? But I don't know, but I started talking about this for a reason, and maybe somebody needs to hear that too. Like, don't let people take you out of pocket, right? Unnecessarily. That's one from that whole thing. But what was I freaking talking about, and what was that for? Like, I just got distracted, and now I'm nervous. What was I saying? Ay. Let's just go back to the crystal. Okay, no more sharing stories at this moment in time. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I started responding, and what was the whole fucking point of that? It'll come back. Anyways, yeah. I don't edit, guys, so this is gonna all be in there, okay? Like, I don't do no fucking edit. Like, I only put together videos, like the shorter ones and stuff, and even those don't have edits. Like, even though I put it together, I don't edit anything out. If anything, I edit things in. You know what I mean? Like that. Like, I don't edit. It is what it is. I'm not taking out, I'm not being a false person. I'm not trying to sell you something that I'm not. Like, I'm real. I am so real. I'm not gonna take out something that I don't think sounds right or anything like that just because, or whatever. I'm just gonna be myself always, and I'm not here to be liked by everyone. I'm here for those that I'm gonna be here for, and those that are meant to resonate with me will, and connect with me, and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? So I was saying something, and I do this in person too, like, but I have so many things that go through me, like, in so many different multidimensionalities, that sometimes I could be in the midst of something. Maybe you can relate to this as a channel for the divine and all this kind of stuff or whatever, and you're just energetically sensitive and heightened and all this kind of stuff, and it's just aware and all this kind of stuff, that when it's kind of like when the human taps back in, it's not up to par. It's not on the same page as all that was going down. And so it's like the human comes in and it's like, what were we talking about? Like, so it's always like that for me. And then I get like flustered, like, not embarrassed, but like, before I used to be a little bit embarrassed, but now I'm just like, I accept that, because I know everything that I'm going to say is going to come out in the way that's going to come out. It's going to come out anyways, right? But it's just awkward sometimes, and it's just like, okay. But yeah, so anyways, guys, I appreciate all of you that get it in some kind of degree and still are with me, even though I could be sometimes here and then here and then here and then, oh my god, over here, and then oh my god, squirrel, and then here. Yeah, so oh my gosh, so these are really cool stickers, like, thy breath stinks with eating toasted cheese. Henry VI, part 2. Thy breath stinks with eating toasted cheese. Maybe you're eating cheese right now or toast. But if you're interested in knowing about these band-aids, go to my Amazon shop and you can get them yourself, because they're pretty funny. They are, right? They're pretty funny. Because it's like Shakespearean. William Shakespearean. Okay, let's go back to the crystal, right? And then anything else that I was saying about anything else and stuff like that, but for real, wait, before, let's just close that. I'm gonna close that out just because of the way that it was ending and stuff like that. There's always gonna be somebody that has something to say about something about you, and those that are not happy within themselves, they're always, misery does love company. And some people are so miserable that they'll seek company outside of themselves, right? There's some people that are like they're miserable, but they the misery that don't love company, like, you know, they self-loathe, and you know, and it's a other type of depression. But I'm not talking about the ones that go outside of themselves and troll or want other people to like be a riot act with them too. Like, you just have to see it for what it is. Like, really see it for what it is and let that shit go. I could have then really said something too. I like, you know, like, just because of just the read, and you're and for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in here, you're so like, you're growing in your intuition, you're growing in your alchemy. It's gonna only keep on continuously evolving. Like, it got to a point too, I had to transmute feeling like every time somebody was like not like 100% or truthful and all this kind of stuff, like taking it so fucking personally, like an attack and all this kind of stuff, that it was an insult to my intelligence. Nah, it's just where they at. It's not an insult to my intelligence, because this is how they're going to be, whether it's with me or with somebody else or with somebody else or somebody else. This is who they are. It got nothing to do with my intelligence. It's not an insult to my, you know what I'm saying? So like, there's a whole evolution of even just processing the treatment of others towards yourself and the personalization that you have towards that treatment others have towards you. It can help with a hell of a lot of forgiveness, especially to those that have wronged you, to know that the evolution that they are in or were in, that was the state of evolution. It wasn't personal to you. If it wasn't you, it would have been somebody else. Probably was, especially those that continuously are toxic their whole fucking lives to other people. Okay, but let's go back to this crystal. Right, because so stromatolite encourages us to think about systems, connections, and actively seek out practical solutions to problems big and small. Its calm energy encourages us to be patient while we research, learn, and experiment, thus allowing us to gradually put the pieces together and quietly work for the greater good of all. That's what it was. It was for the greater good of all, but whatever, anyway. Stromatolite is a fantastic talisman for earth scientists, particularly biologists and ecologists, as well as healthcare workers, particularly infection control practitioners. Stromatolite is used by metaphysical healers to treat bacterial infections. It is believed to be useful for treating diseases and disorders passed down genetically, right? It's about patience and strength, right? Ugh. Stromatolites were formed when the Earth's continents were still fused together as a supercontinent. As a result, stromatolites can be found all over the world. Some of the more notable locations include Australia, Bolivia, Brazil, Madagascar, Mexico, Mongolia, Namibia, Peru, South Africa, and the United States. I have to check these, but I believe these came from Madagascar, like literally. I have to just check yeah. All right. Little information is available about the mining, okay, except that they are almost certainly mined at their primary deposit. Or is it Peru that these were from? I don't know. I have to check. Right. Right. So like, I just think about like, look at how cute, like this is like, this reminds me, when I was in high school, I took, was it geology? Yeah, I think it was geology. I could have the name wrong. Don't quote me, but I believe it was geology. And we had to study the Egyptian obelisk and also the Central Park obelisk. We even took a trip to Central Park to look at the obelisk and also the Grand Canyon, right? Which I'm assuming, like, because I feel like, because this is reminding me of the Grand Canyon and all its sedimentary, like it's sediments, right? Like it's reminding me like sedimentary rock kind of like stuff, right? I don't know, but I don't quote me. I could be saying it's all wrong and all this kind of stuff or whatever, but I'm just saying like this is like bringing me back to high school when I took geology and was studying the Egyptian obelisk and the hieroglyphics and things like that, and then the decomposition in the Grand Canyon, and then like all the minerals and sedimentary rocks and all this kind of, this just reminds me of the Grand Canyon. I'm sorry, I'm just reminiscing over here. All right, we're gonna go back to the rock. All right, so let's see. All right, stromolites are completely natural. They're only enhanced by tumbling, cutting, and polishing, right? So that's what you see here. This is the polished stromatolites, right? Okay, so stromatolite is not a mineral, but rather a very unique kind of sedimentary rock. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so this is why it's reminding me like of the Grand Canyon. Okay, I don't know why. An easy way to understand the difference is that rocks are like cookies and minerals are ingredients such as flour or sugar. Many different minerals are used to create a rock. Stromatolites typically form as limestone, so their main mineral ingredient is usually calcite, right? And I have a green calcite here that you can see. This one's not the very best looking calcite one that I have, but this is what I have next to me, right? So these varieties are typically brown or gray with black markings. Occasionally they form as sandstone, with the main mineral ingredients being quartz, right? Like the quartz, there's many variations of quartz, right? Or feldspar. Regardless of the color or mineral composition, what makes stromatolites so unique is that these sedimentary rocks contain fossils of the earliest forms of life on this planet. At one point, it was thought that Kambamba jasper was a form of stromatolite since it has similar spots. It was theorized that it was a sandstone fossil and that green feldspar had given it a distinctive color, but scientific testing has since shown that Kambamba jasper is actually a rhyolite, similar to rainforest jasper and ocean jasper and others. Stromatolite energies work well with its family, other sedimentary rocks, and it makes a great combination with dragon's blood jasper and septarian nodal. All right, hold on. So its rock type is sedimentary. Its major minerals are calcite. Its color varies by type of rock, usually brown or gray with black markings. And its special features is that it's a fossil. So it says stromatolite was discovered relatively recently by the metaphysical community, and so it is not included in virtually any ancient or modern lapidaries texts that describe gemstones and their powers. Its name comes from the Greek word stroma, which means layers, and lithos, which means rock. While there are no known myths about the stone, it has a fascinating geological. So yeah, it was geology class. You see, I was right. This is confirmation. I was like, geology? I don't know, that was a long ass time ago, guys. Okay. Stromatolites are created by single-celled microorganisms called cyanobacteria, more commonly known as blue-green algae. Cyanobacteria are arguably the most successful living entities on the planet. They are the most genetically diverse and occupy the broadest range of habitats across all latitudes, including land, fresh and saltwater, and extreme niches such as hot springs and hypersaline bays. The reason for this incredible diversity is that cyanobacteria has had the most time to evolve of any living creature. That's very interesting. In fact, cyanobacteria are the oldest example of life on Earth, dating back at least 3.5 billion years, a billion years after the Earth first formed. They formed first and are still alive today, having survived all 5 of the Earth's mass extinctions. from an evolutionary perspective, cyanobacteria are our oldest ancestors. The very original Adam and Eve. This is, I have to write this down. I'm so sorry, but hold on. Cyanobacteria are our oldest ancestors. The original Adam and Eve. So, and the reason that they know about this incredible history is because the oldest traces of cyanobacteria have been preserved in the fossil record inside of stromatolites. While some stromatolites are very old and have become simple fossil-bearing sedimentary rocks, other stromatolites are still alive with active colonies of cyanobacteria. Modern stromatolites have been found in hypersaline lakes and marine lagoons with an exceptionally high saline level, extreme environments that few other living creatures can stand. These modern stromatolites are located in Australia, Bahamas, Belize, Brazil, Canada, Mexico, and Turkey. The most well-known are those in Shark Bay in Western Australia and Exumas Bay in the Bahamas. One of the most interesting modern stromatolites were discovered in an open pit pond formed in an abandoned asbestos mine near Clinton Creek, Yukon, Canada. These stromatolites are the youngest ever found and presumably only started growing after the mine closed in 1978. They are forming limestone stromatolites and grow by approximately 0.5 centimeter per year. Okay, I want to find more. So here we go. Some more information. Sorry. It's connected to the base solar. It's connected to the base and solar plexus chakras. Its element is storm and earth. Its zodiac signs in this one are associated with Capricorn and Virgo. So Virgo seems to be the consistent one here. And the other one, it said Aries. And in this one, it says Capricorn. So I'm going to add Taurus up in here because I feel Taurus should be up in here. Because that's it. That's it. And this one here is associated with the number 8 and not also the other number. I forgot the other number, right? So stromatolites, its healing properties. Fossil meanings encompass transformation and change. They are believed to assist you in moving from the old to the new and be receptive to the fresh, innovative forces. Fossils may assist you in your quest for transition, transformation, and personal. I have a lot of fossils too. So I'll be sharing some of those. Maybe the next one I'll do is some other type of fossil. Okay. Helping you to understand the process of change. Also, they may help you instill quality and excellence in your environment. Stromatolites provide some of the most ancient records of life on Earth by fossil remains, which date back more than 3.5 billion years. A stromatolite is a microbially mediated rock, so it is both biological and geological. In this specimen, you can easily see the passage of time with all the different layers formed by a community of microbes. Fossils from Latin fossis literally have been dug up, are the mineralized or otherwise preserved remains of traces of animals, plants, and other organisms, which is the algae, right? In ancient times, they were believed to be a gift from the stars and were revered by many cultures. Because of their age, they have been used throughout the centuries as a talisman for protection and long life. Fossilization is actually, so something to be a fossil is actually a rare occurrence. And isn't this a rare moon, a rare full moon too? So rare. Rare is important here, right? Because it's rare. I wrote down. I don't know where I wrote it down. Right. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's rare, right? Because this is the 4th full moon right, that's why I said it's the 4th full moon for spring, something like that, and that's a rarity. It happens every 33 months, that something like that. Just go back to the beginning when I said it. Right. So the fossilization process requires relatively quick preservation of bodily remains. Normally, the remains need to be covered by sediment or trapped in resin as soon as possible. However, there are exceptions, such as if an organism comes to rest in an anoxic without oxygen environment at the bottom of a lake. The oldest known structured fossil date from 3.5 billion years ago. There are several different types of fossils and fossilization processes, including permineralization, mold or replacement fossils, compression. I feel like I'm in geology class all over again. I really do. This is all coming back to me. I'm like, oh, I learned this. I remember this. Right? I got an A+ in that class too, so my paper was exceptional. Many fossils available on the market are from Morocco, which has very deposits of Devonian limestone. Okay. So the affirmation that it can say with this stone is, I will allow myself to open to the process of change and all the possibility it brings. Right? I like that. I'm gonna write that down. Okay. Right. I will allow myself to open to the process of change and all the possibilities it brings. Did you write that down too? So that was your opportunity to write it down too. Like, I can do everything for you. You know what I'm saying? All right. So either way, get you some stromatolite and connect with the ancestral line that be you. You know? Yeah. That's awesome. All right. And so we are going to see who's here now. Right? Don't worry if your sign or your number or your year or your age doesn't show up, because it doesn't have to be. This is just extra confirmation, you know, but don't hold it so much. Like, there's so much more importance in the messages than this particular part. You understand? So don't get lost. Like, oh man, she didn't say my sign. Oh man, she didn't say my birth year. Oh man, you know, like, don't do that. Don't do that. Right? You could be an Aquarius. You could be life path number 7. You could have been born in July 4th. Oh, okay. You could be 47 years old. You could have been born in 1974. You could be an Aries. You could have been born in December 4th, December 8th, December 3rd, December 11th. You could have been born April 6th. You could have been born June 4th. You could be life path 4, life path 6, life path 9. Be 32 years old, 31 years old. You could have been born in 1973. You could be a Cancer. You have Cancer in your chart. Remember, we're more than one sign and stuff like that, right? So you have a North Node, South Node. You should, if you don't know your North Node and South Node, you should definitely go check that out. I feel like that's coming up strong right here. For you to learn more about you can have a North Node or South Node in an Earth sign. Right, so then you have Neptunian energy up in here. You have Capricorn, you have Taurus. Taurus is here. You could be 41 years old, 45 years old, 57 years old, 23, 32, 25. Dun, 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 dun. You could have been born in 1991. Be 19 years old. You could have been born in 1999. You could have been born in 2001, 2000, 2002. You could have been born in 1969, 1967, 1963, 1962, 1965. Be 26 years old. Be 36 years old. All righty. Be a life path number 3. All right, welcome back. We are now going to do some of our ABC Oracle. So what the ABC Oracle is anything can be revealed, names, messages just coming in as a whole, words, things that might resonate with you. Like it could be one word, it could be anything. It's just messages and whatever, however it comes out, it's however I'm gonna say it. This could be first name, last name, middle name. Anything can come out. I don't know what's gonna come out with ABC Oracle. That's the fun part of it. All right, you can have an X in your name, first name, last name, middle name. Right, you see something that you're maybe not acknowledging, right? Your name could start with a J, T, right, or B, right? BK, initials, JB, BT, initials, be in Texas, right? Or visiting that, your initials could be DZ or DN. Your initials could be PB, VD, RC, right? BK, BT, BJ, BR, BX, right? Kenya, I don't know. This is coming up, right? Someone here could be a DJ. Somebody can, yeah, somebody could be a writer. Somebody could be some kind of driver, right? Somebody could be here a nurse. Someone here could be an agent or looking for one. Somebody could be looking for a new ride, some kind of ride, and then also a bike. I don't know what that means. Somebody could be having a birthday or a bad day too. Someone could be a director. Somebody here could be a car driver or something, or somebody could be going to Puerto Rico, lives in Puerto Rico. Somebody could be feeling burnt out. Get some rest. Somebody here is the wife of somebody. I don't know why that came out like that. That's weird. Kentucky. Didn't that Kentucky come up another day before? Is anybody here from fucking Kentucky? Oh no, that's weird. I've never been to Kentucky. Somebody could be running, like getting into running, fitness. Fitness is here too. Somebody could be into fitness. Somebody here could be getting a letter about their taxes. $5,000. Someone can be from the Bronx. Yeah, bike. Did I say bike riding? So bike riding could be something too. Somebody could be into water sports. Somebody here could play tennis. Somebody here could be into yoga. Or getting into yoga. You could be a teacher, fitness instructor. personal, what is that? Personal, what are they called? I heard personal sharper in my mind, but that's not what I'm looking for. Fuck, what's the name I'm looking for? The people that shape you up. Personal trainer. Oh my God. Yeah, somebody could be into kinks. Okay. Kinky fantasy, maybe a fantasy writer too. Okay. Into fantasy, sci-fi, cosplay. I love them. Okay. Somebody here could be drunk. I hope you're safely drunk. Okay. Somebody here could be a lawyer. Okay. Or studying law. Or into law, or works for law, like something in the law field. I don't know. Counselor. BBB, Better Bureau Business. I don't know. Here too, credit score is up. Increase your credit scores. Working on your credit scores. Working on your credit. Building it, building, because I see build after that. Building your credit. You could be building your credit for something. So repairing, improving, building. Repairing, improving, building. Somebody can be going fishing. No, I know I can't talk shit because I eat fish from time to time and all this kind of stuff. So I'm not talking shit, but still I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I still feel bad. I could feel bad. Okay, somebody could be wooing you, wooing, like wooing. Could be burping. That's not burp, that's what. Somebody here could be on TV or have a TV show or be getting a TV show or in some type of TV show, or you've been in a TV show or you're watching TV. I don't know. And then I see TV hit. So like maybe you're in a hit TV show. What are you doing here? Or maybe something, or maybe you're dating someone from a hit TV show. I don't know. You know, I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. See the fox, spirit animal, fish, spirit animal. World Cup. Some kind of competition. Somebody here could be making videos, content creators, of course. It's a popular industry to be in, content creator. Popular and competitive, so. Your name could be Wendy, Brian, Vicky. I say Vicky. But I don't think that Vicky. I'm just saying I see the name Vicky. It's just funny because I know a Vicky. I don't think it's this Vicky. I'm just saying. Anyway. Hey, just saying. Kids, somebody here could be having a kid or thinking about it, or even fostering. I see foster. That's beautiful. If you can do, please, because the foster system be so messed up. Be a loving home that a foster child can come to and depend upon and have the best footing to life that's possible. It's amazing if you can do stuff like that. That's totally dope. I'm totally down with that, especially if you're a good fucking person. Somebody could be going to the beach. Somebody could be rolling a Dutch. I don't know. Do people still do that? Somebody turned up, you see, maybe drunk again. Somebody went out and had sex, but who doesn't do that in these days nowadays? But it's just funny because it's saying went sex, like, I don't know. Or somebody went, or instead of went, the sort A, want to have sex. Who knows? All right. Anyways, that was the ABC Oracle for this round of session. I hope you enjoyed that. Somebody's views could be peaking, right? MTV, could be on MTV, work for MTV. Somebody here is wet. Okay. Somebody is driving wet. Drive safely. Okay. Jupiter expansion. All right, Jupiter's expansion is here. Anyways, all right. Alrighty. Okay. So, let's do a herb of the moment, right? We like these. Today we did a mushroom, but let's do the herb. Right, and then this one, just not thing. Right, this is marshmallow. Okay. Perennial. It grows to 3 to 4 feet in height. It's abundant in showy rose-colored flowers. Grows in wet and marshy areas in Eastern Europe, cultivated in North America. Because of its soothing mucilaginous properties, marshmallow is applied to topically to treat burns, skin wounds and other irritations. I think I have. I think I have this. I have to check my cabinetries. To treat burns, skin wounds, and other irritations, right? Marshmallow tea is an effective gargle, and a decoction is an effective eye wash. Other preparations treat digestive and urinary ailments. The marshmallow also has culinary uses. The earliest known form of what we call marshmallow was made in France by beating in the juice of the marshmallow mixed with eggs and sugar. It was called pâte de grimoire marshmallow paste. Today, the confection is produced commercially from gelatin and sugar syrup, right? So marshmallow, right? Right, it's also associated with the deities of love and beauty. Do you see it? It's tied to the Venetian because Taurus is tied to Venus too, right? So it's considered a water herb. It's often associated with the deities of love and beauty, and it's used in fertility and attraction spells. Says some sources say that the slippery marshmallow extract was even used as a lubricant, so using it in sex and fertility magic isn't much of a stretch. Sometimes marshmallow is burned to cleanse a space or used to make protective oils. It is considered to be a favorite of benevolent spirits. Spirit bottles used to house helpful spirits are filled with marshmallow roots. Keeping a jar of it and a dish of water on your altar is said to help call helpful spirits to your aid. Planting marshmallow on or near a grave or decorating a grave with the flowers is used to honor the dead. A bit A big part of why marshmallow root is medicinally valuable is its mucilage content. Marshmallow mucilage is a polysaccharide with a very thick, slippery consistency. Slippery when wet, which is why it was a lubricant. Hold up. All right, so a big part of why marshmallow root is medicinally valuable is its mucilage content. Marshmallow mucilage is a polysaccharide with a very thick, slippery consistency. When you stand the root overnight in water, you'll notice that the water becomes more viscous. Marshmallow, all right, what is viscous, right? This is what you have to do too when you don't know something or you're not sure of something, dive in deeper. The viscosity of a fluid is a measure of its resistance to deformation at a given rate. For liquids, it corresponds to the informal concept of thickness. So it's water getting, it's the thickness, right? Resistance of a fluid to shear deformation, right? So it becomes more viscous, it becomes more thick. Marshmallow expresses its mucilage best as a cold infusion. I usually measure the dose of marshmallow root I need, depending on what I'm trying to do. Into a tea strainer, fill a glass jar with clean water, plop the strainer in it, and set it in my fridge overnight. If need be, you can brew the root the way you would any other tea. It just won't produce quite as much mucilage. I usually do this if I have a sore throat. The mucilage and the warmth are really soothing. Marshmallow leaf contains less mucilage than the root. It is a diuretic and helps with expectoration, and is sometimes used as a topical poultice. So what's expectoration, right? Let's look that up. In medicine, septum and tampons are usually used for naked eye. Like to cough or spit out, okay? The key words for marshmallow root are soothing and protecting. Soothing, protecting, and comforting, right? On a physical level. The mucilage of marshmallow root soothes irritated membranes, forms a protective layer, and brings comfort. This is reflected on a metaphysical level too. As an ingredient in beauty preparations, it's not surprising to see it used in spells for the same, right? As something that helps banish pain, it's natural to use it to banish evil. Banish evil, banishing evil, right? Banishing evil. As an herb that offers comfort, it makes sense to use it to comfort and placate the spirits of the dead. Placate the spirits of the dead. You can find shredded, ready-to-use marshmallow root from retailers. Okay, blah, blah. And even if you don't regularly perform spirit work or work with the dead, marshmallow is a helpful herbal ally to keep around. It makes a soothing tea, and its gentle, comforting nature lends it well to a variety of magical applications. Even though marshmallow is used as a food as well as medicine, consult with an experienced practitioner before use, especially if you are pregnant, nursing, or have any medical condition. Let's see if there's anything else. Right? Marshmallow. It's considered, its element associations is water. Planetary associations is moon and Venus. Astrological associations, for this one, it says Libra and Cancer. So we got Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, we added, and Aries from the other one. Okay, chakra associations, roots. Oh no, was that the crystal? Or was it this one? I think it was the crystal. Sorry, it's just too much information. Overload. That's why I said watch this shit in parts, okay? Its energy is feminine and receptive. Its magical properties are sexuality, love, healing, fertility, nurturing, self-understanding. Its healing properties is demulcent, diuretic, emollient, nutritive, and vulnerary. Its botanical name is Althea officinalis, right? Its chakra associations with the roots. Marshmallow has been used both as a remedy and as a food source since ancient times. It grows well in moist. Wow. Oh, okay. Right, its uses range from laxatives to lotions to soothing skin irritations, and the dried root can be used to clean your teeth. Marshmallow is used in hand fasting and sex magic. It is considered an aphrodisiac and has the ability to inspire fidelity in a mate. It is also used in cleansing rituals and for protection. To protect yourself during psychic and divination readings, put marshmallow root in a sachet bag. Burn marshmallow root to ward off bad spirits and keep yourself from being accused of wrongdoing. Right? So as with anything, always consult a physician before using any kind of herbal products, especially if you're pregnant, nursing, or any medications, right? So hold on. This is the part that you can, and these are just more numbers. You can use these as lotto numbers. We do see how many doubles numbers come out, repeat numbers, so that we can use it as angel number messages as well. And whatever, however else is read and stuff like that. But you can definitely use these for lotto if you play that. Alrighty. So we got 42, 33, 64, 63, 43, 52, 41, 26, 24, 41, we said, right? So we got 4, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1. Got a lot of sixes today too. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, which is a number for us today as well. 3, 3, and 6, and then 1, 5, and then 4. Okay. I do want to take a picture of that. Hey, okay. Let me take a picture. Okay. So you got 4, 4, 4, 4, right? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, right? Which is 2. It brings us back to the collective, right? Like it brings us back to our material possessions, right? And finding the balance in our stability, in our longevity, in our home, in our family, and all this kind of stuff, right? And then you have 2, 4, 6, which is all about the balancing act, right? With our material possessions and all this kind of stuff, with where we are in our home, family, personal luxury too, like our wealth, our status, right? As well, our security, really, right? And 3, right, which 3 is like, you know, our community, our communication and stuff like that. 3, 6, 9, 12, which then equals 3 again, so it's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, right? So it's about finding that communication and stuff like that, and that trine, that harmony at this time, right? And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 5, 5, right? 55, right? Which is 10, which is 1, which is about your own individuality, your own sense of self during this massive transformation and change, right? And then you have 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Which is 36, right? Which is 9, which is 9. So it's a completion, right? You have like your routines, right? Your balancing act, this reciprocity, this cycle of completion that's trying to happen here, right? And your own philosophies with things, with your own cycles, right? So it's completing a cycle of something, right? But either way, that was that. We're getting through, we're going through, right? And then we have our spirit animal that we're going to learn about, but we're going to do it in a second. So these are the cards my finger is quite injured, so I can't really do anything, and I didn't want to do it outside of the box and stuff like that. But I didn't put catfish back in because I haven't filled out the card as of yet. I like to fill it out after we do it, so I haven't had the opportunity. But we are going to choose a random. This is only going to continue getting bigger, but we're going to pick a random. Right? Let's see if we can mix it up too. Right. Hey. It's a lot. I got little hands. All right, closing my eyes, choosing. Ooh. Okay, very interesting. And it's interesting too because even the a dinosaur. Did I spell it right? Oh yeah, it's just that looks like a R, but it's OUR. It's just how I wrote it. Right. So when I do spirit animal wisdom, see, like I'm like there's so many different ways to see, right? To receive. So even animals that might be extinct or fairy tale-ish or mythical creatures, they're also going to be included in my box as they come, okay? Because they're just as important. So dinosaurs represent significant change, right? Right? They increased, right, the symbolism of dinosaur. For ages, dinosaurs have been a significant figure that has tickled our imagination as no other animal has ever fulfilled. Having roamed the earth long before we did, our fascination with these monstrous creatures has led many to find the mystery of what their colossal presence means. Its name is derived from the Greek word dinos and sauros, which translates to terrible reptile. They fascinate us with their size and power, and they hold a special place in our hearts as symbols of strength and determination. But what is the spiritual significance of dinosaurs? What can they teach us about ourselves and our world? Right? So dinosaurs, some key takeaways about dinosaurs: they increase our hunger for adventure. By having the strength to fight off their many potential threats, dinosaurs encourage us to face our fears with confidence. These large reptiles push us to stand up to our uncertainties without apprehension or worry. Dinosaurs motivate us to bear our hardships, as life during those times were a million times more difficult than today. So too, the dinosaurs image teaches us how to be more resilient. They also remind us that our gifts are often enough to carry us through adversity and stress. Dinosaurs warn us about the effects of stubbornness, Taurus season too, especially, you know what I'm saying? Right? Perceived to have both positive and negative effects. The tenacity of dinosaurs allowed them to find ways to survive for millions of years. However, their wild and uncompromising nature has led them to be destructive to others and themselves. Right? Right? Legend has it that dinosaur or dragon tracks, right, discovered in fields were those of divine bird called Shen Nio, who's swallowing, I'm gonna write that down. whose swallowing of its egg allowed a barren woman to conceive life. Another story tells us that the wife of the 14th century Emperor Ku became pregnant after stepping into the footprint left by a mysterious giant. And also write this one down. Thunderbird. Right. The Thunderbird was often compared to the, I don't know how to say this, Petrosaur, which ruled the sky some 150 million years ago. However, legend tells us that its majestic bird was God in animal form, as it had the power to control the weather and cause strong winds and thunder with a single flap of its enormous wing. While dinosaur fossils are scattered on every continent of the earth, most of them are dug up in the deserts and badlands of Argentina, China, and North America. However, fossils of a large meat-eating predator have been unearthed by scientists in Portugal. That's the Taurusaurus. Most probably stomped its way to the top of the food chain when it roamed these parts of the world some 150 million years ago. Right? Okay. This is just now talking. I don't want to talk about facts of them. Right? So dinosaurs can be powerfully and emotionally charged experiences for many people, especially working with them as a spirit animal totem, right? From the sheer size of its majesty of a T-Rex to the gentle curves of Brontosaurus, these ancient creatures evoke a mirage of feelings and emotion. This can be especially true, right? When we're stirring the imagination and creating a sense of mystery and wonder. Right? So dinosaurs can bring up feelings of awe, of fear, of even nostalgia, but it can also be a source of comfort and joy, allowing us to connect with the distant past and our inner power. Roar, right? No matter what feelings arise, it's important to remember that if this is also if you're having dreams with them, right? We can use dinosaurs to explore our inner world, right? So some themes and symbolism that you can ask yourself in regards to dinosaur. What are you attached to? What events are you attached to from your own past? Right? Are you attached to events from your past? Unresolved events or negative emotions from the past could still be affecting you, right? This could be anything from childhood trauma to a difficult decision that you're still struggling to come to terms with. Right? It's always important to take time to identify these experiences, address them in the safe, right? So then also dinosaurs are symbolism of fear, right? It can be terrifying, right? But to conquer our fears, right? So dinosaurs could be a symbolism of rigid mentality, right? It could also be about our aggressive behaviors and the way that we do things, right? Because dinosaurs are believed to be so powerful and aggressive, right? So it can reflect your own temperament as well, right? Strong spiritual backing as well, right? Especially when you're attempting to connect with the celestial worlds, right? In a way that can make you feel supported, right? And dinosaurs are reminders of toxic relationships that do not serve, right? So this could be in your subconscious mind. It could be a sign that a certain relationship is not healthy for you, right? This could be a romantic, this could be a friendship, working relationship, or even family ties, right? If there are relationships in your lives that bring negativity, cause you to feel unsafe or taken for granted, right? Dinosaur is there to help you to realize and reevaluate the situation and maybe even take steps to distance yourself from certain relationships, especially if it's not benefiting you mentally, emotionally, or your physical well-being as well. Right? So dinosaurs could also reflect your state of mind, right? If you're running away from your problems instead of confronting them and critically addressing them, right? So it could be some reaction or just a behavior pattern or conditioning to overwhelming feelings, right? Feeling helpless or overwhelmed with something, right? So it's best to acknowledge and address problems head on and find healthy ways to cope with them, right? Okay, so anyways, that was on dinosaurs. Alrighty. All right, what other messages do we have for those tapped in, turned on, tuned in right now? Panther guidance. It's time to release your passions, live your dreams, and begin a new chapter in your life. This is the accent for this new moon in Taurus message, right? You are encouraged to expand your awareness, eliminate your fears, and become a whole new person. You are guided and protected, right? I love that. What are the messages that we have for those tapped in, turned on, tuned in at this moment in time? Horse, freedom, guidance to your freedom. You must break out of any limitations that are holding you back, whether they are self-imposed or put on you by other people or society. Break free and run faster towards your dreams. I love that. Panther, horse. Blue jay, intuition. You are encouraged to follow your feelings and intuition. This is a reminder that your personal power is in your own hands and that you are free to take flight at any time if you find yourself in a situation that doesn't suit you anymore, right? Rabbits, cleverness. If you have been going through difficult times, it is time to think outside the box to find a solution. This is also a reminder to avoid neglecting your creative side. If you have let creative projects lapse, it may be time to pick them back up again, right? Anything you're procrastinating on, get the shit started. Observation. You're being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of all situations or a person's motives. You need to hear what is really being said despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger, right? That transition. You must pay attention to the signs around you. The transition may seem frightening at first, but you must let go of old habits and patterns that no longer serve your higher calling. They would only hinder your growth. Two more. Libra. Open-mindedness, right? There is more than one way of looking at things. You must be ready to accept alternative viewpoints and new ideas. You must open your eyes to new ideas and new ways of resolving problems with Libra. Swan, love. You have found your soulmate, or they are just around the corner. Remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things you had to go through were worth it, right? Were worth it, right? End with Swan, soulmate. Any other messages in regards to maybe love? I need time for me, right? But you do need time for you, right? And you're going to have that. You have this, right? Gossip only hurts more. So, definitely, right? So definitely don't get so caught up in anything that anybody has to say, especially in regards to your love life or whatever that is, and make sure not to gossip too about your relationship if you're in a relationship, or even if you're not in a relationship, like talking, like saying, oh, I wish I was in a relationship, or oh, I just can't seem to catch a break, like, or like anything. Like, don't feed the energy, especially that you don't want to be in, that type of energy, especially when it's in regards to love, because love might be a sensitive subject for you, because maybe it hasn't been the easiest, right? And stuff like that. So maybe, right? Yeah, nah, gossip only hurts more. And so you need time for me, right? So you need time for you, right? I'm too afraid to talk to you, right? So there might be somebody here too, like in this type of department, right? In regards to love. Somebody here, for whoever this is going to be for, right? There's somebody that is just not ready. That's for whoever that's going to be for. This is different message from this message, but this could also apply. There could be a lot of people in your business talking so much stuff, and that energy in itself is surrounding your love situation that can just be adding to that type of negativity, lower vibration, and it's just not doing anybody a service. You know what I'm saying? I want to end this one. I don't like that energy. Right, let's see what else. Oh. I must have so much desire for you. I am in so much pain, right? What's this about? I'm too afraid to talk. Okay, so this one here, so this is coming out for whoever this is for. Somebody has hidden feelings for whoever this is for, but their blockage is causing them so much pain because they're not doing what they desire. So, you know, the message from today, right, was you are worth it. Sing, right? Don't be shy. Connect from your heart. Speak your needs and desires to the universe, not necessarily other people. So if there is a situation like that that you're dealing with and stuff like that, you are worth it, right? So sing to the universe, right? About the desire that you crave to receive and stuff. Speak from your heart, right? Don't be so afraid to talk, right? Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. You could have been born in 1971. Could be a life path 1, you could be a life path 7. My life started when I met you, right? So you could, for this one here, life, let's see, let's pull some more cards. So that's fine before I talk shit. Definitely. Okay. Right. So this is somebody. Okay. So this is, I'm for this message here. Right. My life started. So somebody is like, wow, right? This could be somebody you don't even know as well, right? For those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, right? Somebody is definitely too fucking afraid to talk to you, right? They could, I feel like this could be social media as well, right? This could be somebody that watches your social media, you inspire them so much, and they might have a crush on you. That's what I'm feeling about this. Somebody has a crush on you. Somebody has a crush on you, and they may feel like you're a muse for them in their life. Yeah, okay. Let's see what else. Okay, so I like this. So we're talking about love here because that was the last card. And then I'm just pulling 3 cards at a time for a message. So take it as you want. That wasn't planned. That's just how you saw what happened here. That wasn't planned, and that's just how it's coming out through. That's what we're doing right now. We're having quick little messages for those that is going to be for, right? All right. So those that it's going to be for. What else about love? I want you. I want you so fast. I just want you. Oh my gosh. You could be a life path number 8. You could have been born in 1968. You could have been born in 1986. You could be a life path 8, life path 6. I want you. I want you so bad. I need you. It's driving me mad. I want you. I want you. I want you so bad. I need you. I want you. It's driving. Oh, this right here is strong like that. So somebody wants you. Somebody is lusting after you, whether that's love or not. Or all I'm getting is want, desire, lust, right? What that can turn into and what that can be, that's going to be different for everybody, right? But anyways, that's that message, right? I know you from somewhere. Oh, somebody's feeling really connected. I listen to your heart. Okay. Ooh, I miss you. Do you? All right. So this could be too, like past life recall, right? 1986, 1968, life path 8, life path 6, right? Could have been born in August. Something could be happening in August 6th. You could have been born in June. I'm not gonna count my fingers. But this is like meeting somebody for the first time and knowing that you know them from somewhere, obviously past life. And it's just like, do you feel the same way too? So this could be a new meeting somewhere, right? A new meeting. Serendipitous. Definitely. I'm talking about serendipitous, and it's like definitely serendipitous. Right, one of the other message, definitely listen to your heart though, right? I want you to choose, right? Definitely choose. I have so much desire for you. Okay, I want you to choose. So somebody, you could be highly desirable, and you may have a lot of options, right? Whether you answer the call to the options or not, or just in your own lane, and it's just like, okay, yeah, I know I'm highly desirable in every kind of way, as you should be, right? Somebody wants you to choose them. So somebody wants you to make the first move. So this could be somebody too that's insecure. And you know, two people should be meeting in the middle. And somebody that wants you just to walk to them got some work to do. You know what I mean? Because it should be mutual. What else? I want to first start with you. Life path number 1 here. You could have been born in January, July. Do you even see me that way? Definitely. So this is a mutual attraction, a mutual want, a mutual desire. Who's making the first move? That's my question. This, you could be a life path number 8 too. I want to first start with you. Okay, I like this. What about couples? I'm very jealous person. Okay, so we're dealing with some couples that have jealousy things going on in with their person, for their person, or their person is this way with them, or you know, for whomever this is for. Okay, so what about couples? I'm a very jealous person. This love scares me. So yeah, so for partners, so you could be going through something with your partner at this time, or yeah, nah, right? This too could even be because of what I just received it now too. It doesn't have to also be a partnering, right? It could be someone that is choosing not to pursue a relationship because they are a very jealous person and they're scared, and so they're like, nah, right? And now for the couple here, right? You could be experiencing certain kind of relationship quarrels due to this type of jealousy, like being triggered, right? You know, depending on who you are and where you are in your evolution, like your partner should be the most attractive person to you, right? That's why you guys are together. Like, it's not just physicality, it's like on a whole mind, body, heart, and soul type thing. It's like, I am drawn to you, I am attracted to you, I love you, I have eyes for you, I'm, you know, this kind of stuff. And so if, you know, and there's charm to that. And then, you know, just the same way that you were drawn to your partner and things like that, for whatever reasons you were drawn to them, why would you want to take that away from them as a person, right? So it's like, let's say you meet somebody and they're charming, naturally so. They are attentive to whomever they're talking to. They listen well, they're a great conversationalist, they're handsome or beautiful, good looking, like whatever the case may be. And now you guys get together and they're still the same person, and you're supposed to exalt each other, right? You're supposed to be divine counterparts to each other, and I exalt you, you exalt me. We are together, being the best versions of ourselves to one, and giving that same best versions of ourselves to one another, and in that we're exalted. So now here you are, right? You're in this beautiful possible, like it has the potential to be something great. And now your person, let's say, is having a conversation with somebody else, right? That's the opposite sex or whatever the case may be. And here you are triggered because they're attentive. Granted, now let's not get confused. Like if the person is not paying any attention to you and they're paying attention to every motherfucking body else, that's a different story. I'm not talking about that. We were talking about healthy, wealthy, stealthy relationships here. And then you're triggered by that charm, the same charm that brought you in. Like, never strip, you become toxic that way when you try to strip people of the very thing that they are. Like, don't try to ruin them. Like I come from a background of abuse and a survivor in that type of department, and the very thing that my abuser tried to do to me was strip me of everything that was wonderful about me and make me not even want to shine or even participate in outside living, because socializing or anything, because it was just always a fucking problem. Who wants to live like that? If you're a very jealous person that's toxic, then maybe you shouldn't be with someone, because they don't deserve that. And maybe you should find the healing that you need, unless you found someone that's totally committed to you, or get the therapy that you need, you know, because nobody deserves that. You could have been with someone for 2 years, you could be with someone for 11 months, 11 years. Yeah. What other messages do we have for anybody? I don't want to get specific now, but whatever comes out. This one here, it tells me this is like my phallus card. Okay, I'm just sharing with you. I said it's like your phallus card, right? Phallus, and then I'm obsessed with your body. It could be life path number 1, life path 6, life path 5. I think we should see other people. What? Hold on. What the fuck? This one's just all messed up. So yeah, right? So this is, so no, okay. Spirit just corrected fucking me right now for being judgmental. This could be an open relationship now. See, that's not my cup of tea, but this is, oh my gosh, this is an open relationship right here. That's how I'm receiving this. So you can be in an open relationship. Wow, Spirit just checked my ass, right? That's, again, there's a whole variety of you guys here, right? So I'm not here to judge anybody, but so I thought, right? So there could be a lot of lust. A lot of this could be a 3-way. This can be growing into something more, like, or whatever. But so yeah, this is like an open relationship that you guys have a lot of sexual compatibility. You could be 37 years old, you could be 35, 31, 32. You could be 51, 53, 57, 35. Did I say 37, 31? We have life path 7, life path 3, life path 1, life path 5. Okay, this is an open relationship setting that the parties involved, like, so for me, this is like 2 people, right? I'm obsessed with you. We want to make this a 3. So you could be looking for a 3rd person to add to your mix. That too is what I'm hearing here. So you see it that way as well. So this is like mutual, like this is an open relationship on mutual ground, standing on mutual ground. Okay. Like, what's going on here? Okay. You already know. That was it. I'm not gonna ask anything. All right. This is just answering my question. You already know. Okay. All right. So what other messages want to pop up? What other kind of relationship style is gonna come and show its face here right now? I want to start a family with you. I never imagined so much perfection. So it could be, someone could be a life path 1, life path 9. I want to start a family with you. So somebody wants to start a family with you, for whomever this is for. I never imagined so much perfection. Someone's looking at you adoringly, like you're their partner. You could be their partner. You could be married. You could be in a relationship, some kind of divine counterpart or something. But gossip is coming up in here. People could be, all right, so maybe like family is gossiping, or who's gossiping? What's going on? Oh, okay. See, sometimes I have to ask, right? Like, sorry, this is not bad. This is not bad at all, right? Gossip only hurts more, in the way that I'm receiving this is because of the card for it. So if someone is manifesting you, they're talking about you. They're like, for people that are spiritual and stuff, they could be literally at an altar, doing some kind of ritual, manifesting you into their lives and stuff, talking to other people about you. And so what this means is gossip only hurts more. It's not that so much that gossip only hurts more, is that, you know, sometimes you know, we can be so caught up in the fantasy that we lose sense of reality. And sometimes, you know, if we don't communicate our fantasy to the right ears, you know, how can it ever come into being or something like that? You know what I mean? So there's someone that's looking at you like you're perfect. You may or may not know this person. You may be with this person, and then for those of you that are with this kind of person and the gossip part, it means like it's like they may be telling other people more how they feel about you than telling you how they feel about you, that type of thing. Like you may be oblivious to this. It's like they're talking about how they want to start a family with you, but you don't even know that. Shit like that, something like that. How about that? You know? All right, one more, because I want to go after this. One more. Your family won't like me. Let me hold you. It could be 37 years old, 1973. Strength, ego. Right, so the red flag here is somebody could be worried about so this could be like cross cultures. This could be doesn't have to be cross cultures either, but it could just be that maybe the family don't either. That's what I'm hearing for some. Maybe the family doesn't like, that's just intuition, right? Because they maybe sometimes families just want people with certain type of people too. It could be something like that as well. Like, oh, that's who you're gonna be with, you know, like something like that, or like, what the fuck, like, how dare you? Like, who are you here to judge? Like, so somebody might be holding back too because of their ego, because it's something that they're gonna have to work through, right? But let me hold you, right? So there's love here. I don't like that one. I don't want to end on that one. Not that I don't like it. It's just I hate when people, yeah, no. Let me stop talking. It's like expressing my emotions. Yeah, nah, I don't like that one. All right, one more for the road. What other relationship is gonna come out right now? What divine guidance and advice is gonna be made for those that are tapped in, turned on, tuned in right now? There is someone else. What? I have so much desire for you. Somebody needs to grow up. I'm in so much pain. This is a toxic as fuck relationship. Why does that want to be the last one that wants to fucking come out and stuff, right? There's someone else. So for someone here, you may not know that someone you're dealing with has somebody else. And their pain, like misery loves company. I don't have no apologies for this. I don't like when people lie. Like, it's one thing if you want to get involved with someone that's with someone, at least you know, and then you're making a conscious choice to do that fucked up shit, right? But this is a situation that I feel like you don't know, you're in the dark about, right? You're in the dark, right? About their situationship, their relationship, their somethingship. And they might have lust for you. That's not love, because love is respect. So that's for whoever this is for. I'm sorry that came out like that, but that's just how I would speak it. If you were my friend, if you were my daughter, you were somebody that I loved and care about, like, this shit is not cool. All right, one more. Can we get a positive one here, please? Or whatever the fuck wants to come out, whatever. One that's gonna make me end this shit. On a good note, please. You are wrong. Be more selfish. Okay, we're gonna end this on this, right? We're gonna see what we got here. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess, right? Right. So no, this is a positive message for everybody here, right? You are wrong, right? About certain people, places, and things, memories, and hangups that you have in your life. And so you're readjusting that, you're alchemizing that, right? You're being more selfish. That's the way that it appears to be, right? So be more selfish, because you have to get into your alchemy of design so that you can do what's right for you and your majestic align, right? Mind, body, heart, and soul. You're living healthy, wealthy, stealthy, right? And so maybe you were wrong before. But you know what? Right now, you're being a little bit more selfish, because you know what? They may may have hurt you, but that's okay, you guys, right? Because 9 is a completion of a cycle, and you're being more selfish this time, and you're getting into your majestic align because that is what's right for you at this time. And because you're doing such things, right? Your life begins, right? And that's how we're gonna end it too, which is also Taurus energy to this new moon. Thank you. That's all I have for you right now. Till next time.